and let's go live. Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and today we are back and we have returned once again to the Orient Express with our Call of Cthulhu series. This is episode 4 of this season of the show. And so we're back and we're ready to bring more madness and insanity to Europe today, in fact, to the Alps, as we take a cross-country train through the snow. And if that sounds like a lovely thing to do, it's not been so great. What's up, Dema? Good to see you, my friends. So let's go around the cast and crew and figure out who we are and who we're playing. Oh, also to note, Greg, who plays Pat, is on holiday at Disney at the moment. He may be joining us, despite my protestations that he's on holiday and deserves a week off, in an hour or so's time, so we'll see. But we've got Redundant back with us today. How's it going, my friend?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm ready to go in and get out of these frozen Alps and hopefully not die or go insane.
we'll give that a go. Tell us a little bit about Harvey.
Okay, well, Harvey is a young aristocrat from a very wealthy family. He is good friends with Nancy, and essentially he still believes he still has hope that he can survive this entire ordeal, and everyone with him. He's looking optimistic.
That poor soul.
Yeah, never goes well in Call of Cthulhu optimism, does it?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if you close your eyes, then you can't see the horrors. So having them wide open to the world can be dangerous, I'd say. We've got Haley back today. How's it going, Haley?
It's going great. I'm in a new spot on the screen today.
I know, yeah. We've leveled up.
Yay! I don't have to be next to you anymore.
Yes. It's just so I can get Greg closer to me when he joins in.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Evelyn.
Evelyn, poor baby that she is. She has gone on a wild roller coaster. She has become a different person than she was in the beginning. She's a little bit crazier, just a little bit, totally not a lot of it. But she's just here at this point, afraid of everything, afraid of clocks especially,
Yeah. Doesn't like that whole time thing right now.
No, not at all.
Not so cool. Fantastic. And we have Lindy back today playing Nancy. How's it going, Lindy?
Oh, it's doing pretty spiffy. A little terrified, but that's normal for this game. So, yeah, looking forward to this.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Nancy then.
Nancy is a lovely Scotswoman. She, last week, she's been doing a lot of train repairs, a lot of mechanical work on the train, and encouraging the conductor to get the train going in the middle of the night when necessary. But yeah, and she's on her last, third bottle of whiskey, so we'll see how that goes when she runs out, because she's a very strong whiskey enthusiast, let's say.
Enthusiast, yes. She's not an addict, or an alcoholic. She's a
hardcore whiskey enthusiast.
She has a dependency. An alcohol dependency, I say. What's up, kiddies? How's it going? Good to see you, Yami. Scott, how's it going, my friend? So, let's remind ourselves of what happened last week, and of course, ! Recap will take you to that on our website, which I'll read out for you now, seeing as there are nice easy recaps these days. So, what happened last time on the Orient Express is as follows. Searching for the Sedefkar simulacrum, an item of great power, hunted for by Christians and Turkish cultists alike, the investigators find themselves in Venice, 1923. Having previously caused havoc within the city, they fled aboard the Orient while it was being destroyed by gigantic tentacles. After the initial assault, they found themselves travelling to Trieste and took command of the train alongside a trained physician, Dr. Gray. They scavenged for supplies, restored some kind of order, and found food from a nearby village after needing to stop due to a snow pass blocking their way. That night, strange creatures attacked them, forming from the icicles of the Italian Alps and relentlessly sliding their way through the snow towards the train. train. In a desperate maneuver, Nancy crushed the train through the snowy pass and into safety. Quote unquote safety. Yeah, you guys last week had a bit of a kind of survival horror episode where you needed to scavenge for supplies, find food, warm clothing, and get yourselves to Trieste as quickly as possible in search for the next piece of the ZFK simulacrum. You know there's some link to one, which is a man named Johann Winkelmann, which is your only real lead in the city of Trieste. You know that you're only a day or so away at this point when we're going to be picking up the story from. And so you're feeling much better about getting on your way. So, Evelyn, what happened to you was essentially you went into a bit of not a coma, but your mind is collapsing in on itself. And so for the past few days, it's blacked out much of the memories because the horrors have been too much for you. For the most part, Harvey has been trying to look after you, making sure you eat. And I'm sure Nancy's been taking care of you as well, wrapping you up in warm clothing. You're vaguely aware that there's been fighting going on aboard the Orient and that it's incredibly cold here. You also have vague memories of gigantic tentacles attacking the train. But from there, it's a kind of series of sort of amnesia-filled black episodes where your mind is basically trying to forget the terrible things that have gone on. But picking up today, you're coming back around a little bit. You're coming back around. You're going strong. So yeah, a bit of a funk you've been in. Before we dive into the adventure, I'm reminding you guys as usual, if you haven't followed, hit that follow button and join us. You guys will get to decide what happens next with viewer decisions when we hit 20 followers. And same goes for 20 retweets. Here is a tweet for you guys. And of course, oh dear. Oh, we have a new arrival, it would seem, in our Zoom call. And then the last thing, of course, if you haven't checked out the Kickstarter yet, we're very close to our next stretch goal. Every £100 that we raise on Kickstarter will go towards another viewer decision. So I'll just adjust the cameras here to get in our most recent player whom we weren't expecting today. But nonetheless appears to be joining us. We have the voice of Greg with us. How's it going, my friend? We got him.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
You can hear me.
I hear you.
There's a lot of ambient sound here, man, so I'm going to stay muted as much as I can. I couldn't miss a trip on the train, so I'm here. I've just seen the image of him. Okay, so we've got Greg joining us today again, of course, to reprise his role as Herb Patterson. I'll throw up the image here in a second. You guys know who Pat is by this point, I'm sure. Yes, that's where we're going to be picking up, having you guys basically just escaped from these icy creatures that attacked you that night in the Orient, and having broken through the kind of snowy pass with help of Nancy and her engineer friend Berto, whom she's managed to get him to do something for her by giving a big kiss on the face. So that's where we'll pick things up. Everyone's having a laugh like Greg's just out in the countryside just playing Call of Cthulhu. Oh, that's good. Okay, so you guys are aboard a train. It's setting off. It's late, gone past midnight, you're fairly sure. It's probably 2 or 3 a.m. at this point, and you guys are kind of regrouping, recovering from the assault. You have far less. You lost about 30 people during that attack. So there's about 90 people left alive on the train, from amongst those who either were original passengers or who just kind of snuck aboard. So you're regrouping. Dr. Gray is the lady who seems to kind of be in command of the train in terms of organization. She's a physician. She's in her kind of room, her carriage, I suppose, that you have laid out for her. So she says to the group of you, so what are the casualties like? What are we looking at here?
Oh, if my calculations are correct, we've got about 90 people left.
Right.
So, that means we have 40 extra rations from the stuff we picked up yesterday. So,
That's one way of looking at it, yes.
It's the optimistic way of looking at it.
Less mouths to feed. We're going to need to get rid of the bodies once again, if any are still on board.
Aye, and strip the clothes first. Distribute tomorrow clothing so everyone can stay warm.
Yes, good idea. I trust I can ask you all to see to that, and if there are any wounded, then send them in here. I've already started treating a few. I don't believe we've met, and Miss Grey moves towards Evelyn. She's got like her hair tied back, she's got blood all over her, she's been up for 48 hours tending to the wounded, and she goes to shake your hand, and she realizes how bloody her hand is with kind of dried, crusted blood. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
You must be Evelyn.
I am, yes.
Good. Well, if you have any useful skills, which I'm sure you do, if you're friends with this lot, then see to it that you use them. We should be in Trieste soon, and of course, then we'll be able to contact the relevant authorities and go through this whole procedure. I should warn you, though, that I imagine the police will detain us for weeks, if not months. This thing has obviously been rather incredible. People have lost their lives, and, well, just a heads up, in case you were on any pressing business, it might be an idea to get off the train a little early, as it were.
Yes, that's probably a good idea. Yes, we have. Well, it's no coincidence that we're on this train and these things are happening. We're going to endeavor to prevent them.
Of course, I don't know what your business is. I don't know what's been going on this train or what those creatures were. But if you're in any way involved, then you don't want to be when the police come knocking.
No, of course. So I'll have a look at the map and see, and I'm sure Evelyn can help me out, to see which will be the best location for us to stop the train and get off so you can proceed safely.
Of course. Yeah. Well, as I say, you have your, cabins, I suppose, some private space for you to discuss things, and I will be in here. So she's sets away at bone sawing through someone's leg that needs to be has been mangled and needs to be chopped off, and lets the rest of you return to your planning. So I suppose that is a question: what is the plan, if there is one? Because you guys have been through a lot. There's probably a certain amount of camaraderie between you and the rest of the crew at this point, because you've saved their lives, and some of them have saved your lives, so there's a bit of a connection there. What is the game plan once you get to close to Trieste?
Well, we have Johann Winkelmann. That's the name that we've been given, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That may have something to do with simulacrum. So probably would be along the lines of trying to find out where that person resides. In how big is Trieste? Do we know?
Trieste itself is like a small city, not as big as Venice.
Okay. So it might be still quite difficult. Do we know who this guy is? Like, is he prominent? Has he got a prominent position?
No one knows. Amongst yourselves, you don't know who this Johann guy is. You don't have any access to records or anything, or newspapers. If he is famous locally, you could try speaking to some of the locals aboard the train.
Yeah, I think what I'm probably going to do is talk to the locals, like you said, along the train, see if I can find out anything about Trieste and, about Johann and who he is and what he does. Primarily for people who are originally going to Trieste anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or from there going home. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, you can ask around. No one has heard the name Johann Winkelmann. So if he may just be a guy. These people have never heard of him.
Yeah.
They know Johanns, but no Winkelmanns.
Okay. Are there any events or that they know of happen in Trieste?
They'll tell you of some festivals that they have there, but none of them seem to be happening anytime soon. I guess Christmas is coming up.
I
Yeah.
think it's a trip to the library, I think, when we get there. Good job Evelyn is awake and okay.
Today, anyway. For right now, she's okay.
Yeah.
Library, good thing I showed up.
Well, you never know. Those books can give a nasty paper cut. They might need shooting. No. So that's what Harvey's going to do. He's going to spend most of the trip, less he's needed. He's going to go with Evelyn and help plan when to stop, and then chat with people to try and get to as much knowledge
Okay.
as they can.
Yeah. So you'll learn a couple of things about Trieste. If you ask about libraries, people will tell you that they've got several big libraries in Trieste that you can go to. One is located actually fairly close to the train station on the west side of town where you'll be coming in. So that will be like the closest one to get to from if you were to leave from the train station, I suppose. But either way, you're coming in through the west side of town, right? So. You'll also learn that Trieste has never seen any kind of strange attack like that. And if you ask about clock towers as well, they don't have one. Any kind of big kind of central clock tower. So, that's what you'll learn about Trieste. What is Evelyn up to?
Huh.
She's going to come out of a bit of a catatonic state. It's been an odd time for her. There's a couple of things you could do. Felicia is in the reporter has actually been in a similar state to you, in that she's kind of lost it a bit over the past few days. So you could hang out with her. There's also plenty of activities you could do around the train, like fixing things or talking to people or stealing food, beating people up, cutting limbs off people, removing their teeth, the usual Evelyn things.
Usual Evelyn things. Has anybody talked to Felicia recently to see if she has any more information?
Harvey has.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's kind of been out of it. But she's kind of pledged to find out more, and she's kind of her madness is that she just can't stop trying to chase the story now.
That's fun for her. I guess, is there any kind of cart on the train that would have any kind of information about the train, this area, anything going on at all?
There's a surviving crewman who you could talk to, who would know more about the train and Trieste in terms of tourist information.
Yeah, I don't trust the crew anymore.
The only other thing you could do is you could continue to read through your scrolls, the Sedefkar scroll.
Is there more information that I can learn from them?
Didn't we get new
You think
pages
so?
for that?
Yeah, you.
Not a new page.
Yeah.
My sanity.
So it may or may not cost your sanity now that you've started to read it.
I guess I can go ahead and research some more on the scrolls. Then we slept, so right?
Yeah, you guys.
Okay. So we slept on the train, so we gained any sanity back, right?
No.
No? Okay.
No,
I just wanted to check real quick.
You can barely call this a train anymore.
It's
Yeah, but it's still, you know.
There's 4 cars on this train aside from the engine because we ditched the rest and chopped it up for firewood to get the train to go for fuel.
There are no
We
windows.
made it out of Venice, though. So, I mean, that alone should give us sanity back because we made it out alive.
What you found was far worse. You can roll me a library use.
Okay. No. I'm a terrible librarian.
Okay, so it takes you a while to do this. So this is going to take the rest of your kind of time on board here. So you have previously learned of the spell Graft Flesh, right? As has Pat, which allows you to transfer the flesh, organs, eyes, that kind of thing. You now...
She would have passed that with the simulacrum. Sorry.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. With
Yeah.
the simulacrum piece, presumably you guys are all hanging out together whilst you're reading, which is reasonable.
Well,
Yeah,
I have one as well. So.
that's true. Yeah, but they're 5% each, so like 5, 10, 15.
Oh,
Yeah. So, yeah, it won't take you so long, and you actually learn a little bit more now that you pass. So let me find my page. Okay, so you learn of something about the cult, which are active in this area, seeing as you wanted to look into kind of Trieste a bit more. You learn of the Lagua. Oh god, I can't say that word. Yeah, we'll call them Lagua. Sounds like a lager. The lager! The fucking lager cult. Yeah, they are a group which exist in and around Trieste, who are known to live outside of civilization, which may link back to the last week's episode in which you met some people up on a mountain. But there are also a group of them that also exist within the city of Trieste as well. There are signs that one of the pieces of the Sedefkar simulacrum is in Trieste, and it is likely that if anyone is to know more about it, it's a group of the occult such as this.
And it doesn't say anything about like location, any symbols for them, any like signs to be able to find this cult.
There is a symbol in
I know
the
what this
scroll. It's actually, I believe it's pronounced Lyore. I just looked it up. Lyore. It is this, which should be in your roll 20s. It's the medallion. I'll show it up on screen for Twitch chat as well. This kind of medallion symbol with a humanoid figure and like a second head or someone hiding behind that second figure. That would be the symbol of the Lyore. Anything else Evelyn would want to know or look into, I guess? Because the Sedefkar scrolls contain quite a fair bit of knowledge.
And it's learning spells that typically took the sanity away from me. Looking up information did not.
Didn't seem to, yeah. Or either that or you're already so far gone that it doesn't matter.
You saying that makes me want to look up spells now.
Well, you never know until you know, right?
You're right. I don't have the sanity to like just willy-nilly spend it. What was the next city that we were going to?
Trieste is the next.
After that?
After Trieste, let's see.
There's like 4 more after Trieste.
Yeah. I know there's like a
Trieste
long list of it. I wrote them down somewhere.
I have some laudanum.
It's the
Belgrade. Belgrade is the next one.
Okay. I'll do that later then. I was gonna go ahead and just start researching for further cities, see if there's any connections, but
Okay.
you know what? Screw it. I want to learn another spell. I want to.
I give her some laudanum.
Just
Good. Yes, learn the
volunteer.
spell.
Volunteer
Welcome to
Trat
my
will.
world.
Give
Okay.
me more spells.
I will. Okay, so in that case, you can roll me a Constitution first of all as you take the laudanum.
I succeed.
Very good. So the laudanum sends you into something of a altered mind state, I suppose, where you hear dogs, but your vision kind of blurs. You're reading the scrolls. You kind of go in on yourself, and so all that you're really looking at is just the words in ancient Arabic, which you're kind of translating. You learn the spell. Let me find it. Because there's a good one that I had in mind. There's a good one I had in mind.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
teach
yes.
the party everything I learn.
Let me find it down in the diary. I remember what it's called now. You will be finding the spell contact Lagua. Loigor, that's the one, Loigor. Contact Loigor. Okay, so this spell allows the caster to interview one or more Loigor for as long as the Loigor choose to maintain the contact. The spell costs 3 sanity points. The caster then meets with the Loigor in his or her dreams, where they assume a visible form and demand a sacrifice to them. It doesn't mention what the sacrifice is. The spell must be cast immediately before going to sleep and takes effect only within 20 leagues or 60 miles of a member of the Loigor. Upon awakening, the caster remembers all of the details of the dream.
Question.
Yeah.
What the hell is a Loigor?
A Loigor is one of the members of the Loigor. I guess Harvey wouldn't know this, but Evelyn would know that they are this group group of the occult, essentially, yes, cultists, who exist in and around Trieste. You have the feeling that if she shares information that you may have met some already in that village.
Right. Oh, I remember, yes.
Yeah.
Man, this sucks.
So that's potentially a way to gain some information.
Can I buy sanity from you? Can I give you real monies to buy
Can I
sanity?
give you real money for sanity? It's the point where the microtransactions come in.
Pay to win, guys.
The laudanum is, when in effect, seems to prevent sanity checks.
But I have to spend sanity in order to do this, though.
Sure, but potentially the mechanic is, again, Evelyn doesn't necessarily know this, but Haley probably would. The mechanic is that if you've taken laudanum, then you don't have to roll sanity checks or spend sanity.
Okay.
There may be other effects to laudanum and taking of laudanum.
But I have to be a certain distance from them in order to be
You gotta be within 60 miles, right?
We know we're within a few miles at least.
Yeah, you're probably within 60 miles at this point. If you wanted to cast a spell now. Or
I'm gonna let somebody else do something, and I'll debate.
do you wanna bring it up to the group? I suppose.
Yes, I will definitely be mentioning this.
All right. How do you bring this up to the party then?
So I've been doing more research on the scrolls, and I learned of a couple of things. There is a cult group, the Lagua in Trieste, so that's a thing. But I also learned a new spell that lets me contact one of them through dreams. So we could get more information, but it could also be bad. But yeah.
I guess it's a good option if we are ever completely stuck. I feel that we don't need them just yet. But if there is no more resort, then I guess we could give it a go.
And I would assume that maybe they might be aware of the simulacrum and may know where it's at, if not already in possession of it. So that's another thing.
Well, we can try and search for it in more traditional methods. And
Well, yeah, that can be a last resort. But
yes,
I was saying there's a cult in the city.
Oh.
So.
Okay, that might be another interesting thing we can research. And by me, I mean you.
Looks at the scrolls. Okay.
I completely agree. Evelyn, could you teach me that spell for no apparent reason?
Will I teach him the spell? I teach him the spell.
Will I teach him the spell? Find out next time. Pat, do you want to take any laudanum, or are you taking the sanity hit?
You can assume I'm always on laudanum at this point.
It's just why he's crazy, because he's just always on drugs.
Yeah. So sure, okay. So Pat, you can spend the rest of your time here learning the spell with Evelyn. The two of you are laudanum up. Although I'll say, you're probably like, I don't know how much laudanum you had. I think you had 3 or 4 vials. So you're looking to restock soon, to get some more of that good. But you do learn the spell Contact Lyore. Nancy, what do you want to get up to?
Nancy is going to make sure the train's good after that ramming of the snow, and she wants to learn how to drive the train, just in case of emergencies.
Okay. Yeah, Berto is more than happy to teach you. And, you and he have struck up quite a friendship. Maybe in your eyes, I don't know. Berto definitely, after that fateful night in the Alps, has taken to you quite a lot, and will definitely help to teach you how to drive the train.
Great.
he's fawning over you somewhat, and he says, it's shame that in Trieste they will stop train. And
I know I've got places to be, things to do.
Berto has train.
You have a train that's not the Orient Express?
Ah.
Was that a yes or a no?
Yes. Aha.
Well,
He's
that's-
not pointing to his crotch when he says that.
Also, Lauren's up to Kickstarter pledge to give a nat 20 to Pat Gregg. To Pat Gregg.
Great.
Who I think actually, yeah, there you go. There you go, fantastic. So, yeah, Berto says, oh, yes, Berto has train. Small.
Like a smaller, not like the Orient Express here, more something like
He's describing a miniature train, yeah. No, he says, small cart.
oh. Sorry to keep.
No, I'm thinking it's like one of those the little cart things where there's like.
It's just got,
I was thinking of
it's got like a mine cart. It's like pumps it.
Nancy's trying to figure it out because she speaks Scottish, Just
He'll draw you
he'll
draw you a picture.
It's like,
So to recap, the only way to work his cart is to pump it.
That's right. Pump
She's
it
like,
louder.
what kind of a train does it look like? Does it look like just a small little?
Yeah, it looks like a smaller Orient, basically. You suspect it might be not for people travel, but more sort of goods.
Okay.
Berto's got the goods.
Would you say he has daddy's package?
I don't know if I could legally be drawn out on that one, Haley, but it's entirely possible that he will soon do. He says, smaller train, but they're going to stop, Berto.
But why would they stop you from running your own train? Oh, you mean the crazy shit that's happened here? Well, she thinks back to what the doctor lady said. Hey, you could get off right before, it'd be fine. Well, if we had someone else to drive the train into Trieste, we could all get off the train beforehand and go in, on foot. That way we don't get stopped and interrogated by the police.
Take Berto train.
Yeah, we can continue taking his train to your train too. I think Belgrade was the next stop.
Oh, see.
Guys, I'm getting us transit.
Then we can spend time with you, me, and Berto. You me and Berto.
There's another Berto here?
No, Berto means me.
Okay. So you, me, and you. Alright, I got it. Well, and my friends would have to come too. Pat, Evelyn, Harvey.
Oh, yes, they could come too. I will teach someone else to stop train, and then we get on Berto train.
All right, that sounds like a great plan. I'll let the rest of my friends know that we've got transit out of Trieste. she's so oblivious.
Oh, I just read chat. Fuck me, that was a bad move. Oh god. Yeah, he agrees. he agrees, and he starts training someone else to stop the train.
She's
Okay.
gonna go run off to Harvey. Harvey, I got us a ticket out of Trieste.
Oh, good. Well, not on this train, I hope.
No, Berto's got a train himself. It's a little smaller cargo train.
Oh.
So
Oh.
he's teaching someone else how to stop the train right now, so they can stop when they get to Trieste, and they can all get interrogated by the police, and we can walk in on foot and then take his train out of there.
Does he realize what he's getting into?
I figure we'll need a quick way out of Trieste, and the train seems to have been a good bit so far. And he did deal with all the ice monsters and the tentacles, so I figure he's got a fairly decent idea.
Okay, as long as he realizes the danger that he's in, the crippling, agonizing danger and fate.
Oh, it's not that bad, and I just take another shot of whiskey.
Yes. Okay, good. It's always good to have an escape plan afterwards.
That's what I was thinking.
I was actually getting quite worried on how we were going to continue on our journey.
I
Unless
was
they
as well.
replace the train.
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
No, not anytime soon, I can't imagine. No.
Orient's a pretty fancy train.
Yes. Okay, well done, Nancy. Well done.
Okay, so you guys have been, plotting, planning, reading up, spellcasting, and the like. Spell learning, at the very least. And it's a couple of hours before the Orient is due to arrive in Trieste. You're coming through the kind of snowy passes, and you can, if you look out the window, you see the city down below you, which looks to be abuzz. You can see that there are, big kind of lights, almost from like a lighthouse, which are kind of shining the path for you. It seems like down in the city there are, police cars crawling, ambulances ready, and there are even some cars which seem to be like trying to make the trek up through the pass, although it's obviously very difficult for them to try and come save people because you guys have been out in the kind of wastes for so long and nothing can really get out there. So there's a lot of people ready to help everyone on the Orient Express, and you guys don't necessarily want to be involved in that. Nancy, you also have your friend Hans.
Yeah, I would hang out with him as well.
Yeah.
Berto's teaching the new kid how to stop the train.
Yeah, Hans is the Austrian local reporter, and he says if you're looking to go, then I would like to go as well. I have things I need to do, family I need to see.
I completely understand. I don't see why not.
Okay, then
Just-
you can come with me too. Hans says, good. Then I will make the jump whenever you are all jumping.
Sounds great.
Felicia will approach Harvey and say, "I'm coming with you when you go. I'm coming with you."
Are you sure that's something that you want to do?
Yes, it is. The world needs to know this story and your stories as well. And I will be your chronicler. Yes.
I mean, you do realize that it'll be a long trek back into it and all the hardship that we're going to go through, and you're okay with that?
Of course I am. Anything for the truth.
Okay, well, I mean, I've tried to warn you, but it is up to you whether you want to. We'll do our best to, make sure that you're safe, but, yes, well, hopefully...
You don't need to look after me. I'll be fine.
Okay.
So,
That's in the background. Going,
it just takes over sunglasses in the background. So the group of you are getting ready to kind of. I'm guessing you just want to kind of jump because it's not going particularly fast. You could safely land in the snow. You wouldn't have to actually stop the whole train.
And there's a lot of snow too.
There's a lot of snow to land in, so you'll be safe. So Felicio is coming with you, Hans is coming with you, and Berto is also coming with you.
We're taking the conductor.
should we take the 90? You know,
The 99 as well.
You know, I mean, we may as well.
Did you want to read the bar maybe before we left?
That's gone.
That's
That's
gone.
gone.
I
Oh,
already
yeah.
rated it. That's how I have this. Like, she probably has like a couple drops of whiskey at the bottom.
Yeah.
Just like,
That-
you need to get the town soon.
That was the
guys."
first to fall, Haley. The first casualty of the
My
the
bad.
attack, really.
Should have known with Nancy on board.
So yeah, you guys just want to jump off? Anything you want to prepare for? It's probably a couple of hours trek.
I'm definitely getting as much warm stuff as I can. Have we
Yeah.
got, like, I don't know, anything to put on our boots or shoes, something like
Just
Yeah.
wrap furs around them, probably. Yeah.
I suppose,
Oh, I see. Yeah, like
like I don't know whether it's like
you could
just
fashion
something
something. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
fashion something. I'm sure, to get your way out. And then any last words for for Dr. Gray or any of the other passengers before you leave? Because this may be the last time that you're aboard the Orient.
I'll go up to Dr. Gray and
Mhm.
thank you for everything you've done, Doctor. You have saved so many lives on here. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you for your help as well, all of you. And of course, if you ever find yourselves in need of medical care, then you can find me in Trieste. I have a practice there. Although, as I mentioned, I'll probably be held up for some time.
Hmm. Well, thank you. And if you wouldn't mind, if you could keep the fact that we left the train earlier, you know.
You were never here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Much appreciated. She would have been coming for me.
Yeah.
Where exactly in Trieste is your practice? Because, you know, we do tend to get injured a bit. I'm real klutzy.
It's fine. I appreciate your help and all that the group of you have done. Whatever you are doing, whatever is out there, good luck with it. Him. Her. I don't know, honestly. But quite frankly, I'm fine not knowing. But good luck.
I wish I could do that. Yes.
Well, she'll give everyone like a firm handshake, and goodbye.
Farewell.
And then you like jump out of the train. So the group of you and Hans, Felicia, and Berto jump out of the Orient Express as it chugs along beside you, land in a snowdrift, and after
Can I trip her as we jump back?
Felicia, you can roll me a dexterity to trip Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
I want it to be like. Oh, that's like a really.
Oh
good...
wow, yeah. So you accidentally trip Felicia, and she's sent flying out into the snowdrift and lands face first into the snow.
She didn't get eaten by the tentacle monster last week, which totally almost happened. So, you know, this makes me feel a little.
I think Pat actually saved her. Yeah, so.
I know he did.
Yeah, so it swings around about, say. So, yeah, you guys land in a snowdrift. You're a couple hours march from Trieste itself, and the train is chugging along at such a speed back down to the city that will be there, you know, probably in half an hour or so. And you're fairly sure that all of the attention is going to be on that train, and people won't have noticed you jumping off. Of course, it's possible that other members aboard the Orient will mention that they saw you guys. Like, yeah, there was a guy who clubbed 3 men to death with a wooden board. Or, you know, there was some monsters attacking us, and there were some guys that shot 3 people in the process. But you're fairly sure that all of that will be chalked up to insanity and people being crazy. So, you know. So... whereabouts in Trieste would you guys like to shoot for, I suppose?
West Library.
Okay. First stop, West
Or-
Library? It's
No,
pretty
no,
late
actually,
and cold, so you might
yeah.
want to get a hotel or something.
We'll get a B&B or a hotel or something like
What one with a bar?
that. Need a refill.
I'd like to take a rest.
It'll be nice to actually just kick back and sleep in a bed.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't like that.
I never like it when Will giggles.
Yeah, it'd be nice to sleep in a bed. Yes.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it?
Giggles
Yes.
only says sure, like sure.
Sure.
And it's like, well, no.
Whatever you say. So yeah, you can head into Trieste itself, and you can look out into the the distance, not even too far really, and you see the lights on surrounding the Orient Express as it finally ends its journey and reaches its destination of the train station. There are cars swarming all over it. People are running through the streets, even this late, to see the Orient Express. At this point, it's incredibly famous for the journey that's going on. There are reporters out in the streets rushing everywhere, so it's actually quite a busy time despite being incredibly late. And so 2 hours after 2 or 3 hours after you leave the Orient, you trudge your way into town, quite miserably cold, despite the warm clothing as that kind of, just sets into your bones, basically. And you can find a nice little hotel to stay in. It's late, of course, but there is someone, at the kind of desk. And he is a gentleman in his 50s or so, and he's looks very tired. He's kind of half asleep as you kind of you wake him up as the kind of bell rings as the door opens. How can I help? Yeah.
Beds and whiskey.
How many rooms? How many beds?
2 rooms?
That's what we normally do.
2 rooms which have 2 single beds in?
I'm gonna have to put you
Right
in
next to each other.
in one. I'm afraid there are so many of the press here. What with the well, you must have heard about the Orient. Is one room okay?
Yes, one room.
How many beds is in this one room?
Oh, no, there'll be 4 beds.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, one's perfectly fine, thank you.
So he gives you keys, shows you into these pretty adequate rooms, and it's like 3 or 4 a.m. and you guys are pretty shattered. So I imagine you all want to take a rest.
Does he give us whiskey though?
He does not just give you whiskey. No, that doesn't seem to be a standard practice in this hotel, just to hand guests whiskey.
Do you have any type of whiskey or any hard liquor here? I'll pay you for it.
Is there a mini fridge
Or
or
out.
a bar?
Yeah,
My
this
bottle's
is a
empty.
Scottish hotel.
There's a bar.
Get free mints, not free whiskey.
Yeah, there's a bar. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
I need it.
Of course. Maybe I'll have a little nightcap myself. And yeah, you can grab a bottle. You'll have to pay for it, obviously. But
Yeah, no, she has the money for enough passengers that she threw off the train.
it's true.
That we're dead.
So yeah, the group of you fall asleep. Is anyone doing anything in the night? Yes, Pat. Why did I know?
I wait until everybody falls asleep, and then Pat casts the spell.
You want to do it in the room where everyone's sleeping?
Sure.
Okay.
I try to keep Evelyn up. Like, I try to, maybe jostle her a bit whenever everybody else falls asleep. I'd like to have her keep watch, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nancy's sleeping, snuggling her now third down bottle of whiskey that she just now got.
I would actually take Nancy's little notebook that she uses for stuff, and I would want to take notes about what happens to him during the dream thing in case anything happens in our phase or whatever.
Cool. Okay. So it's just Pat you want to be the only one awake, Pat, when you cast a spell?
Yeah,
Okay.
Unless you want to come with me, Evelyn.
Unless Evelyn's down.
No, I'll pass. No dream worlds for me today. You can go in all of them you want.
Okay, so you cast the spell. And what you see Yeah, what you see is a man appearing before you as if he stepped through your window, basically. He's ghostly in the same way that Fenlick is, but less misty, I suppose. More kind of transparent, translucent skin. He's wearing a suit and tie and has a moustache and kind of slick back hair. One of his arms is kind of concealed, is hanging there as if it's been broken recently, although he doesn't like have it in a sling. And first of all, he'll address you in his foreign tongue, and then when that doesn't work, he'll switch to a English. Yes.
Allow me to wait for the monorail to pass.
Trains these days, eh? I heard the Orient was coming in. I can hear it now. No worries. Your background noise isn't actually that bad usually.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. I've been muting. So
Okay.
I ask him, looking for the simulacrum. Where is it?
The simulacrum. What do you mean?
The set of car simulacrum.
If I knew where to find that, why would I tell you?
Because I'm asking nicely.
And who are you?
Oh, me? Pat. My name's Pat.
I see. And you're searching for the simulacrum to what purpose?
Well, really more of a cross purpose. You know, a lot of people have purposes, and I intend to cross those purposes. So it's cross purpose.
I see. For whom do you work?
The big man.
That is not very forthcoming. I will need a name.
I pull the Victorian cross out of my shirt, which I'm assuming is still there in the...
Sure. Yeah. He sighs. I see. Well, I doubt that the simulacrum will be much use to one of your order.
We'll see. What could I get you, my friend? Maybe a sling for your arm, or some revenge against whoever did it to you? Maybe a tit for tat.
Oh, no. This is a gift of sorts. But we have been... well, not yet attacked, but we've been investigated by another group, whom I imagine you might be somewhat at odds with.
The skinless guys?
Yes, the cult of the skinless ones have also been inquiring as to the simulacrum. Now, I can tell you this much. We have the simulacrum, but we have no need for it, no desire for it. What my order desire is the medallion. Now, I'm sure you know what that is, and I'm sure you know where to find that. So, in exchange for the medallion, then, we will give you the simulacrum, for we would rather see it go to one of your kind than of his.
Alrighty, well, whenever we get the medallion, the one with the guy with the back, front and back, I've seen it, where do we make this trade?
Oh, when you have it, you can contact me.
Just dial you up here in the dream state, or what?
Yes, then we will arrange a meeting as soon as you have proof that you have it.
Alright. Sounds good.
Good. And
Oh, one other question. The Turks, are they in Trist?
they are here.
How many?
They have great numbers. Not as many as our own, though, of course. We have managed to hold them back for a time, but they are growing more bold. I would say they are in the dozens.
If I were to make them less of the dozens, would you be more apt to give us additional aid?
If you could weaken their numbers, then I suppose, yes, we could sweeten the deal with something, I'm sure.
Oh, sweeten the deal then. That's good, because I got one hell of a sugar tooth.
Well, see what you can do. Contact me and we'll talk. The Lyore are reasonable men.
I'm sure they are, as am I.
Well, then see to it that reason is meted out to the Turks. And this man will basically turn and walk through the wall again. And you'll wake up.
Did you get all that, Evelyn? Did you hear anything?
I wouldn't think I would, right? Well,
Yeah, this is basically in Pat's head. So yeah, you didn't like hear that stuff, but Pat, you remember all of it, so you can relate it back.
Yeah, I just tell her everything. Just as I remember it verbatim. Guy, slick back hair, busted arm, said it was a gift. Kill the Turks. We need a medallion. We should know where it is. I didn't want to pretend like we didn't know where it was, because I have no idea where it is. And maybe we could research that, and then we're going to make a trade with them. Yeah, she heard it all. I just tell her everything.
okay. And I would have written that down in Nancy's book.
Yeah, then tear that page out.
You would tear it out.
Nancy and Harv don't get real happy when I do stuff like this.
I want to tear it out so it's like not noticeable that there's a page missing. I don't want to.
She is a detective. She will notice.
No.
I'll tell her I needed to write down a market list or something.
We needed to go to the store to get more whiskey. I wrote down your favorites on this page. It's fine.
Just a bunch of different brands.
Okay. So presumably you guys will wake up and this information will be shared with the group. Where Pat tells you about the Lyore man that you met, who you don't know who he is, but you have a description of him, and he wants the medallion in exchange for the simulacrum, and that there are a group of the skinless ones already in Trieste working for Macreat who are after the simulacrum as well, but the two cults don't seem to see eye to eye with much, and so they're quite happy to give it to you guys as long as you do them a favor. The only other leads that you have would be to go to the library to find out more about this Johann Winkelmann, or to try and track down some Turks, or anything else you can think of. Just some Turkish people. So what's the plan for the morning?
Breakfast.
And whiskey.
Breakfast and whiskey. She has cereal, but she pours whiskey into it rather than milk. Truly insane.
Will, I'm all those extra bullets and everything we found on the dirty pistols back on the train. I'm taking that ammo and turn them into blood bullets.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So whatever I got, man.
That'll work.
Did they say where we could find the medallion?
He did not. They assumed that this guy, the Lyore man, assumes that you know where it is.
Great. So really,
I know what it looks like.
we have to go to the library one way or another to find out what the hell this medallion is and where it is. So, I mean, we could go and find this medallion, or we could go and find some information about Johann, or either way, we're going to the library.
Yeah, there's 4 of us. We can split up tasks and all fail at rolls. Would the scroll have any more information about the medallion, where to find it and all that, or it just has what it looks like and it's really about it?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to touch on this medallion at all.
Okay.
Okay, well, breakfast and then library, I think.
All right. So you head to the library after breakfasting. There are, the streets of Trieste are still buzzing with survivors of the Orient coming off, and you know they're all kind of being interviewed by the press or taken to hotels, hospitals, speaking with the police. There's a lot of activity going on in Trieste at the moment. You head to the library, and what do you guys want to look into?
I'm not. I suppose I could look into Johann, see if I can find anyone. Johann Winkelmann.
Yeah.
To start
I
off with.
would want to look more into the medallion.
Oh, Nancy will help look for the medallion references.
Yay!
Okay, so redundant. Harvey can roll me a library use to look into Johann. You guys can also roll me library uses to look into the medallion. Oh, that's a good number.
Oh, that's
I
actually a
got a
fail.
very good success.
Have you ever thought about being a librarian?
Well, my library's 40, so it's
'Cause-
not bad.
Because I'm thinking about not being a librarian.
You had my old job.
Librarian ruined my marriage.
So Evelyn passes, Harvey passes, never to fail. So Harvey, looking into Johann Winkelmann. Johann, aha. Let's see. Yes, the name Johann Winkelmann, although there is no real specific about it, is mentioned in a footnote at the Via della Cattedrale. I'll spell it out
Yeah.
because my spelling is great. Della Cattedrale. Ah, yes.
Is that gonna be
Bene. Bene.
Spelled that wrong.
There we go.
Bene.
That's how that word is spelled. La Via della Cattedrale.
Right, is that what the hell is that? Is that like a villa?
Seems to be some kind of museum.
Oh,
A museum?
cool. Because I totally wrote Villa the first time.
Okay. Is that all I find on him?
Pretty much, yeah. It's opposite a medieval like castle, basically.
Oh, okay. So do I know where this museum is in the city?
Yeah, you can from that point find directions to it. It is in there's a
I
district.
could navigate.
Yeah, you know where to find it. It's in a district, but there's so many fucking names we don't need them. We'll say it's in the eastern side of town, right?
The eastern side. Okay. Interesting. Well, I tell the others what I found about him. It's something to do with this museum.
And Evelyn wanted to look into the medallion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you don't not much information comes up on this medallion because what you're searching for basically is Lyore medallion. That's like the words that you're like inputting into the search engine basically. And not much really comes up. What you do know is that there are rumors of a creature called Ifaqua, which is a bit like Ifaqua, but Ifaqua. I will send it to you there. Ifaqua. And this, creature, which is basically a bit like a Yeti mythology, has the same imagery as the one that you've seen on the medallion. That same kind of two heads thing going on there. So that's the name that comes up. An ancient sort of Yeti creature that stalks the mountains around Trieste.
At night, right?
Often at night, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Often at night.
Check it.
Would there be more research that I can do on the Ithaca?
Yeah, you could spend some more time looking into that if you like. And which
Anybody else want to try to look for anything else while I'm doing this, or y'all just like, let's go?
Oh, well, I want to check out this museum.
I like museums.
I mean, you can stay here and check it out, and we'll just head on over if you want.
good idea.
How far is the
DM,
museum?
do it.
Yeah, leave her alone.
How far? It's on the opposite side of the city.
I'd rather not stay by myself.
I'll go with her. Will, we saw this symbol in the mountains, didn't we?
You did.
Okay. Can I make an idea roll to see if maybe
Well, the lady said that we would find the medallion.
she did? All right, never mind.
Nancy remembers.
Pat was drinking.
That's why my rations ran out before we got to Trieste.
Do y'all think that I should look up more information about this Yeti creature, or should we just all go to the museum? Like,
No, I think it's a good idea. Getting more information about this is always good. You know, if this is the way we have to go, if Johann proves to be a dead end, it will be good to have another way to go. Yes, definitely. I mean, it depends. How long do you think? How quick do you think you'll be able to find something out?
super fast.
It would take you, you know,
in that case, I'll grab a cup of tea. And...
So each like session of library use rolls is like 6 hours or so.
Oh, bloody hell.
So this is like a long time of you guys sitting around because you have to go through
It's 6
actual
hours?
books. Like, imagine like going to an ancient gigantic library and searching for one word amongst all. It takes you a long time.
I mean, we'll
I'm
go
a librarian. I got connections. I would just
I
go
got
to the librarian
connections.
at this place and be like, hey, yo, I'm from the library over here.
Hit me up, brother.
It's like some secret cult of librarians, isn't it?
There is. There is a librarian association.
Remember where your last library association got us?
Hey,
The
now,
This is
creepy guy
true.
that attacked us.
This is true. Your connections have gotten you in trouble.
does this librarian particularly look creepy and would...
This librarian's actually a lady. She's like 60 or so. She's got like little glasses at the end of her nose. She's quite a kind of McGonagall type figure.
Oh yeah,
If
she's
she's old,
She's
she
an
might
old-
know something about the rumors anyway. Old people always know about rumors.
Oh, people always.
This person's like a witch and like curses us.
Cormac says, I am a librarian and it would work. There you go. Confirmed. So, you know, do you want to speak with this lady?
Sure, yeah. Except I'm not gonna say it at all how I said it originally. Hey,
Sure.
yo, I'm a librarian.
Walk into the library like, what up? I got a big library card. She says, how can I help you?
I was wondering if you had heard any rumors about a Yeti type creature in these mountains.
Un Yeti.
It's a
That name rings a bell. She goes and takes a look through some of her books. That's the word I was looking for. Books in a library. And says, there's this one here. There's a couple of mythologies about the Yeti creatures. There are several of them. This Ifaqua one is particularly historical to the region. There are some caves to the north, which are, said to legendarily hold the where the creature lives, but it is a tourist trap. They do tours and
This feels like Scooby Doo all of a sudden. Some man in a
Doing
mask.
them Yeti tours.
tours and pictures and games and festivals. That it is, yes. There, so it is, just a
Are
silly
there any,
thing.
we're a bit, not into the touristy stuff. Just out of curiosity, do you think there's any spot that's more, partial to where the locals?
Oh, I'm afraid I don't know that much about it. Perhaps that book has more.
Right.
Can I use that role in the book? Unless
Yeah.
you don't want to spend this much time in the library.
You'll probably be like 3 hours because she's found you the exact book that you're
During
looking
those
for.
3 hours, can Nancy have looked for like a happy book in the library?
A happy book about
Happy
children
book.
dancing in the
No,
sun.
like whiskey tasting or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's some like whiskey connoisseur
Yeah,
books
just
out there. I'm
something,
sure.
some light, relaxing reading for Nancy. Just be like, just unwind a little bit.
Okay, so you're Yeah, so what you find is in one of these like whiskey books, there's actually like a cutout in one of them. And
My God.
in this cutout, what you find is a small flask of whiskey, which has been like secreted in here, perhaps by some noble years ago.
Don't take library whiskey, please, Nancy.
It's got a symbol of a watch on it.
Don't take the whiskey.
Like a pocket watch, like those fancy schmancy ones from.
Oh,
Minute.
very much so.
I mean, you can take it, but don't like drink it, please. What's the title of the book?
Yeah, what is the title of the book? Out of curiosity.
Whiskey Tasting and You.
Okay.
Okay, who's the author of it?
Fuck. There's some old German chap who died long ago.
Okay, so this is not at all related to Macread.
Yes,
it's
written by Dagon.
I want to make sure that it's not like tied to any of these people.
Should be sitting there staring at it, like, oh, that golden whiskey has a nice color to it. It's, nice. Oh, but that pocket watch.
If Evelyn sees you drinking from that, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be happy with what she does.
So she's going to like close the book, walk
So-
over to Harvey,
Mhm.
and like with her thumb in it, so she didn't lose the spot, and be like, "So Harvey, I found some whiskey, but I want to drink it so bad," and I'll open it up and I'll show the cutout.
You found whiskey in a book?
I did.
It's the author is one Sir Reinhardt.
Okay.
I've never seen whiskey in a book before.
I know, it's like someone secreted it away. The only thing stopping me from tasting it right now is that it's got a pocket watch on it that looks a lot like the ones that, we've been toting around a bit.
Oh.
Just
No,
a
surely that must be cool.
Oh, that's right, okay.
Okay, everybody roll me a d10.
No.
This
No,
is
what-
this is actually Forbrand's Kickstarter pledge affecting the game here.
All
Is
right.
this bad?
Yes.
I got middle ground, so hopefully.
Please don't be sanity lost.
Very bad. I'm afraid it is, my friends. You lose
So high.
that amount of sanity.
What?
As Nancy drinks it, and the group of you see it like going down her throat, and you can see it's like like she drinks it, but it's like this black cloggy kind of whiskey, which isn't good at all, and just kind of like goes down in a disgusting kind of choking way.
It's a Nancy trap.
Are you kidding me? Bloody hell.
I am at 13 sanity. Nancy, come on.
I did.
Don't.
I asked somebody and they said, "Oh, it'll be fine."
I did not say. it
As
was
a librarian, you don't drink the library whiskey.
Said,
You
"Surely
don't.
me." And I was like, "Oh, that's true." Look,
No.
sanity. Oh, how much is it? It's like if you lose a quarter of your sanity.
Yeah, we're getting
Okay, let me measure exactly how much that would be. 'cause
we're
I
getting
don't know.
lots of
Can you?
tempered
Can
sanity.
I ask a favor? Well,
Maybe you can certainly
Can you-
ask it, Haley. Is this a
can you
personal
not-
favor?
no. Can you magically make
Whew.
her husband appear at some point? So just before Evelyn dies, she can just shoot him in the face. Just,
That would probably give her back some sanity.
Yeah.
I just need it to be her dying moments. It's just.
Okay, she had to lose 12, so I only lost 9. So I haven't gotten a perma insanity yet, guys.
Good.
Wait. How many for a temporary?
5.
I have a temporary insanity now.
No, it's 5.
I do too.
So all of you guys are under the same.
Harvey.
It's like a mass hysteria, I suppose, where everyone experiences like the same strange like series of events. All of you guys are very driven to find this medallion and driven towards Johann Winkelmann, where Harvey knows where to go. It feels like there's a great urgency about that.
Okay, I'd go. believe.
Okay.
Find Harvey to find the Mr. Winkleman.
I call a taxi.
All right, we're going to the museum, guys. It'll be great.
To the museum.
All right, off to the museum we go. So, what's ever gone wrong in a museum? You guys head over there. And it's quite a large museum with a terraced garden with antiquities from all across the world. It would normally be a nice place to spend a lazy afternoon, but it seems like the kind of freezing winds that have come in along with the Orient are making the kind of outside terrace garden rather inhospitable to be in. And of course, anytime you go outside, you really want to wrap up warm. You guys can all roll me spot hiddens.
All right. Success.
Okay. Anyone who succeeds on a spot hidden will spot within this cold garden what seems to be an old Roman temple, which still stands off down the kind of end of this terrace garden hill. And it's sheltered by some of these trees, so it's quite easy to miss if you didn't know it was there, and it's not very well signposted. But you've looked around, asked around for a Johann, and when you do so, one of the attendants who doesn't necessarily speak particularly good English kind of points down towards that temple.
Is that the museum? I guess so.
He'll nod. It's mentioned on plaques. It's just not very well signposted, so it's not particularly far away. It looks like it's a place which looks safe-ish.
I guess we'll go to the old Roman temple.
Okay. You head down there, and on the inside, you step into the temple itself. You see that it's windowless, and it takes a few seconds for your eyes to adjust. There are cats curling in one corner out of the wind, and by the far wall, a sarcophagus rests on a marble base. Atop the sarcophagus is a reclined figure, winged and holding a medallion of a man's head in profile. On the side of the sarcophagus is a Latin inscription, and let's find out.
Latin.
I know Latin.
Am I finally useful for that?
Did I do good? You guys should see that in your roll 20s. If I'll let it out for.
Winkelmano. I think that's our man. Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit smaller.
But I wanted to read. I wanted to be useful, Will.
This is useful. You can translate it.
I wonder what it says.
Yanni Winkelmano. Well, what year did he die?
You're gonna...
Roman numerals.
Isn't that the 8?
Come on, guys.
8.
I don't know what N is.
M is 1,000.
No, N. I don't know what
Oh,
N.
N.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what the N is. M is 1,000.
800? No, 840. 840 AD.
840 AD. That's a good guess. Okay.
No.
I don't know what the other.
Any other guesses? You want to have the closest guess?
It's 1,000. It's 19.
Yeah. I was gonna say that M there is 1,000, and then 18. No.
Yeah, 18.
What?
Not
Let's
19.
see. Yeah.
Uh,
17. 'Cause it's
I
two-
know what.
two
I don't know.
A D is 500. A C is 100. I think. So it'd be 17, 50, 65, 68. 1768.
Congratulations, you're right. Yes,
I
June
remembered.
June 8th, 1768 is the date which Johann Winkelmann died.
I'm gonna write that down.
Good job.
Dead.
Say it one more time for me.
For solving that puzzle, Nancy, you can regain some sanity as you put your mind to work. Roll me a d3.
Okay.
D3.
You know, I'll
It
take
all helps.
it.
It's
Nice.
free. See.
I'm back to the-
Nice. So, you win. You win the game. Yes. So, you guys could roll me a archaeology check.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No, I almost
Okay.
I almost put points in there.
All right. Believe in the
Just
nat
gotta
one.
believe.
Nope.
Believe in that one.
You were the closest.
You were the chosen one. Yeah, none of you guys make any connection now that you see this and the name Johann Winkelmann. So,
Is it in my scroll?
So wait, we got a coffin of Johann, who died in 1768.
Aye.
What else did the coffin say? Well, the sarcophagus.
yeah, the sarcophagus, let me see here.
Is it in Latin?
It is in Latin, so Evelyn can
Evelyn,
translate.
would you mind translating?
Can translate some of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
So you learned that he had been traveling for some time and returned, and upon his return is when he had died from some kind of plague. He seems to think, or some kind of sickness or illness. It doesn't translate particularly well. He had time to make a will, and it says that his possessions were handed down to a man named Andrea, and so if there is anyone left alive, then it is a man going by the name of Andrea.
Just Andrea, nothing.
Yeah, it's you think that's probably the family name.
Okay.
So if you were to cross-reference that family name towards 1768, it's possible that you'll come up with something.
Okay.
Okay.
So do we think this person's connected with the medallion? Maybe that
There is
was-
a statue holding a medallion.
Yes.
Can I look closer
this
at the
copy.
medallion in the hand?
Yeah, looking closer, it looks similar to that image that you've seen before, of the kind of Yeti-like
same?
man. Oh yeah.
Okay. You said just a head, so I thought it was different. Okay. So before we take this medallion, I think we
Wait,
should
wait.
prepare of some
Sorry,
sort.
wait. The medallion is actually on the sarcophagus.
No,
of-
it is an
It's-
inscription of it.
it's like-
Yeah. Okay.
oh, so it's not like in a
Well, I
hand
mean,
or
it's
something?
it's like a marble one. It's like it's not on its own. It
Oh.
seems to be connected, so it doesn't seem to be the medallion you're looking for.
misunderstood.
No worries.
Well, I suggest we find this family, and we just buy the medallion off them.
Do we have the money for that?
We have
Yeah.
some money.
We still have a fair bit left, don't we?
Not with the amount of whiskey Nancy
Just-
wants to buy.
You did leave Nancy to hold the money.
She
Pat
can-
has over $300 he has not shared with the group yet.
Oh yeah.
I've got $40.
I
We
have
have.
over 500.
Oh, there we go. Plenty.
I'll get my exact tally once I find what
And
I
I
took
can have
from
some
that
money
guy's pocket.
wired over, so it's not too bad.
Okay. So I presume you guys will ask around about this family. Maybe look at the library. We can breeze over that a little bit. It seems as though that family kind of ran out of money and ended up selling it at an auction to a German family known as the Timonas. And looking into that family, Antoni Timona is a descendant of that who is still alive to this day. And he has an office building in town.
I almost put Antoni Timoni, and I was like, that's
Antoni Timoni, it's me.
Antoni Timoni.
Hey, it's me, Antoni Timoni.
Hey.
Is his office very far?
Antoni's office isn't far. No, it's it isn't too far from here. No.
Brilliant. Onward.
I'm German, but I got the most Italian name you'll ever hope to find. I don't know why it says I'm German in this. Doesn't make any sense. So you off to the office.
Yeah, to the office.
All right. That now has to be his voice, I think. So it's the only way. So he seems to be like an antique collector. That's what it says on his office. There's a secretary there. She says, "Do you have a meeting with Mr. Timona?"
Not what we'd love to.
Yes, yes.
I'll see if he can fit you in. What is it regarding?
Antiques.
Well, yes, of course. Any in particular?
Antiques from the Andreo family. Is that what we want to tell them? Andreo family, potentially, regarding that.
Potentially purchasing them.
Okay. She goes in to speak with him. Says, you can see him immediately.
Oh,
She seems
brilliant.
quite surprised.
Before they go, it goes, okay, guys, do we have anything that we could potentially trade for this instead of using money?
We have simulacrums, so no.
We've got
No.
3 pieces of a statue
Obviously not that.
and half a bottle of whiskey
Obviously not that.
and a lot of fur coats.
We
Well,
have
about
Nancy's
your dad?
feminine charm.
What about your dagger?
Beyond that, we've got scrolls, we've got an enchanted dagger, we've got my blood bullets.
I don't. You've got what?
I think maybe the dagger.
I mean,
And the dagger is the weapon that we've been using.
I don't think we should get rid of the dagger or
Yeah,
the
we need
scrolls.
it.
They're too dangerous to be just handing out.
Well, I
Can
think
we need it versus the Turkish people and the skinless ones?
Well, if we sell it to him,
Oh.
then Makriat's just going to buy it from him or take it or kill him or something.
let's talk to this guy. Make sure he ain't the dude with the limp arm that I saw in the dream.
Oh, yes, it might be.
Or he ain't the Ithaca monster. Or
I suppose so.
Alright, let's see if he has it first.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, you you head inside to his office, and you see Antoni Timona standing there. He is not the same man that Pat has met in his vision, but he does have a similar arm condition to that man, and that he has it's kind of it looks like it ends at a stump, and it's kind of hidden underneath his suit. He also wears a suit and tie. Similarly, has slick back hair, but this guy doesn't have a moustache. He looks like he's in his late 30s rather than like 50s or so. And he says, come on in. And get Vigil, take a seat.
Very unusual German accent you have there.
You know, my family have a strange, history. I could go into it, but quite frankly, I don't even understand it.
I see.
Up until a few moments ago, even I thought I was German.
It happens sometimes.
You know how it is these days.
Yes. I understand. Well, yes, we're interested in purchasing a particular antique that may have fallen into your possession.
Yeah, I the lady, she said, something about the Andrea thing, collection that I have somewhere around here.
That's right. Yes.
What you looking for?
A few bits and bobs from that collection. If we could have a look at the collection to see what's there, and anything takes our fancy, then we could potentially.
Well, truth be told, I've only got a diary, the diary of Winkleman.
Oh, really? Is that's it?
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty priceless piece, but I don't have anything else on it. You know, I'd like to, but.
Was that the only thing that you purchased from the?
Oh, it's the only thing that was there. That is a collection of his life work.
Oh, I see. Could we possibly inspect this diary? Just to look on the condition.
Oh yeah. Let me go get it. He goes into like a safe and like hides a combination with his back.
Can I try to see what the combination?
I mean, his back is there. You'd actually have to like.
Can I listen? Just hear the clicks.
Have to hear the click. You can roll me the extreme difficulty to have any
Okay.
kind of clue.
Let's see.
listen.
Listen check. Oh, that's an extreme difficulty.
So-
I believe. Let me double check. Yep.
So-
I have a 70 in listen.
So Nancy has a listen to wait for the ticks, and she thinks she's got a good clue about how to break into this thing. Whether or not that is true, she'd have to put to the test.
That's like I had to roll a 14 or lower, and then I rolled a half of that. That's my best skill.
He brings out this old diary, which looks to be in fairly good condition. He'll like show you some of the pages, which are of course like written in Italian, and show you the conditions of them, which they seem to be quite well kept. There are also several drawings in them as well. So you can tell it's got his name on it, it's signed by him. It's from the time. It's bona fide.
As he flips through some of the pictures, do any of them look like the Yeti Man or the medallion?
Roll me like a spot hidden, I guess, because he's flicking through pages.
Yeah. That's a fail.
Yeah. You're not sure. He's like flicking through a picture book.
The librarian, though.
I'm really good at, catching glimpses of things in books that go really fast.
Wait a minute, I'm a librarian. Yeah, you show your badge, your library guy, and you're pretty sure you spotted a medallion, like a picture of a medallion.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your price? What you're offering? Make me an offer I can refuse.
I mean,
We all suck at antiquing so much.
I would just like to confer with my friends to see if.
No
they see-
worries, you have a little talk.
Yes.
I have an idea, just in case, like, the purchasing doesn't work.
Hey, I do too. I'm gonna break in with my lockpicking skills in that listen check and just.
I was gonna distract him, like, when we go to leave. I was gonna fall.
Oh no!
My ankle.
That sounds foolproof.
Yep.
And let Nancy go do her thing.
Sounds like proof of fools.
Does anyone have any idea about antiques?
I have no clue, unless has Nancy by any chance worked on any cases involving antiques?
You failed your archaeology check earlier.
No, I have
You
no
don't know about
idea.
this item, yeah.
Okay.
Can I attempt to roll to see if I would know?
Yeah, you know old books.
I know books, so maybe I
That's basically the same thing.
I might, maybe my husband's in the antiquing business.
He's not, but
He's not.
you
Can
could
I roll an art and craft? Because I might buy like art things, and it could be on the similar kind of.
Sure, I'd let you
I
roll
mean,
that.
I'm rubbish at it, but it's worth a
Yeah.
shot.
Why not?
I just want to attempt.
Oh no!
I'm nowhere near. Never
Oh.
mind. Ignore
Yep.
that.
Your
That 14?
praises.
Is that worth lucking it?
No,
Oh.
I'd have to get. It's 5%.
Oh, you'd have to use
Not
it.
Yeah.
worth.
Well, there is some simulacrums up in this place.
We
Three
are
of
near each other. There's 3 of them.
If you got the 3 with you, then presumably you
Nancy
succeed.
at least has 2 with her at all times. That arm.
I
and
have the
head.
one.
Oh, I
have the
wouldn't.
leg.
I mean, it's only just to find out what general price it would
Oh,
be.
we don't want to be like, oh yeah, 20. Oh,
Yeah,
Here's
we
a
need-
tenner.
yeah.
You would have gotten a 1 then if you'd done that with the simulacrum.
I'll give you this, Harvey.
A ballpark.
The ballpark like appraisal roll is several $100s is what you'd end up paying for this. Or it's possible that he'd let you like loan it, which would be less, per day, per hour.
That'd be
Yes.
good.
That's actually good. Yes. My good man.
Yeah.
We're not so much interested in what the actual diary itself, but the contents. Could we possibly?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not much use as a binder or anything, so you're gonna have to read
No,
what's
no,
inside of it.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, we don't actually want it. as
Not for like a
antique to
collection
show off.
thing.
You wanna rent it.
Yeah. We're more interested in the historic value of the contents within.
Right,
Nancy's
right.
gonna wink.
And how about you give us a chance to earn our money back? We'll rent it from you. We go out, we find some more additional items from this estate. There's one in particular that might catch our fancy, and we'll keep that. But what do you say we give you the rest of them that you can pawn off to future people and maybe give us a chance to make some of our rental income back?
I mean, that sounds like something that could work out. Yeah. Okay. So, in terms of what I want you to pay up front, I guess we could do this on a daily kind of thing. Let's call it. You got pounds on you, right, English?
Yes.
Hi.
We'll call it £20 a day.
Okay.
£20 a day, huh?
Pat makes a big show out of pulling out 40 pounds, and he puts it down. He goes, "I'll cover this for the first 2 days."
All right.
He's like,
Okay.
the hell did he get that?
Fancy dude.
All right. He'll take the money.
All right.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, we'll just take this. We'll be very careful with it.
No worries. Make sure it comes back in good condition, etc., etc. Very valuable, etc.
Yes, I understand. Yes. Well, thank you for your time.
This guy seems like he really doesn't care about antiques whatsoever. He just has loads of them.
Etc. Etc. It's fine.
We technically just bought it for 40 pounds. So, I mean,
Yes.
Run! No.
All right. And he will see you out.
Okay.
So you have the diary of Johann Winkelmann. Yeah, no,
would
Winkelmann.
totally be reading and walking.
Reading and walking into a lamppost. Boom. Yeah. Okay.
Pat will walk directly in front of her, just so she doesn't hit anything. Not to be a
Yeah.
dick, right?
Just don't stop.
Okay. Yeah. So you can roll me a library use, Evelyn.
Believe.
Why can't I be good at my job?
Why can't I?
You're the worst. The one thing. So it's taking you a while.
Page with the medallion on.
You directly
Yeah,
done
I
it.
did catch the glance of it. Can I not just go like right back to that page?
Yeah, sure. This is you translating that page, basically. I didn't figure you were reading the
Page 1.
page 1 of my diary. Yeah.
She's a
So
quick reader.
you go.
Toast for breakfast.
Not,
Hey guys, he was a lefty.
not
He was
today.
born this year.
Yeah. So it's taking you a while to translate, but you will find a couple of bits here and there. So I think I can wish you guys a handout. Oh yes, I can.
This is the most handouts we received since like the first episode.
I know, it's like I've prepared things.
Wow.
Isn't it good? So that went weird.
I also spelled his name wrong.
Nailed it. So you'll find this. Anyone feel like reading to the class? Evelyn, seeing as you're reading it, I guess.
Winkelmann's diary, May 3rd. The tablet of. Damn, I can't read that. It's too tiny.
The tablet of indecipherable.
Indecipherable is correct, and I have traveled to Regensburg and spoken with the things there. They have compelled me to carry an amulet to another enclave near Tergest in Austria. I am warned not to approach without the amulet, lest I be destroyed. They need the amulet for some dark plan of their own. I fear it will aid them in releasing that which they serve from its frozen Arctic prison. 15th of May. I curse those beasts, and I curse myself for ever seeking them. Night after night, the dreams return, and I will get no peace. I do not know how to go on. The art which has been my life is dross, and my feelings but painted masks on grinning skulls. I wear my mask too, and talk of art, but beauty has gone from the world, and my words are ashes in the wind. 1st of June. Arrive safely in Trieste. The dreams that have haunted me since Regensburg continue to lessen, but I fear I shall never fully recover. My one hope is that after I have handed on the amulet, the dreams will altogether cease. 2nd of June. Met a native, Angeli, a handsome fellow who promises some diversion. More importantly, through certain signs and words, he gives me to believe that he knows of those entities and can guide me to their lair.
A handsome fellow who would probably be some diversion. That's the favorite part
It's
of it.
probably the still language of the time. To modern day, it would seem a bit odd. And you find one more passage, Evelyn, which is this one here, which is regarding the medallion.
3rd of June. The dreams have returned. I realize I cannot trust Archangeli. He has asked to see the amulet as a sign of my appointment as courier, but his manner is sly, and I suspect that he would prefer to carry the amulet himself. I have stalled him, but without his help, I cannot reach them, unless I do that dreadful indecipherable. 5th of June. In my despair, I weakened and made the ritual and spoke with the thing that came and learnt from whence it came. I am sick. 6th of June. I managed to give that rogue Archangeli the slip and have hidden the amulet. I am certain now that he intends to steal it. As I came upon him searching my room, I shall have to wait until I am no longer watched and make my own way to the caverns as Postumia to deliver the amulet. 7th of June. Archangeli continues to plague me, and I cannot recover the amulet without his notice. I have discovered that he, along with other members of the local cult, which serve those beasts, attempt to steal every arcane or occult item which passes this way and make thereof offerings to please them. I fear that they will find the amulet, denying me the opportunity to fulfill my appointed duty, and that these dreams will never cease.
So it sounds like he hid the amulet at his house and was never able to recover it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's at those caverns.
No, whatever. What is it? Posthumous? Whatever. What was the name of that place?
What?
Yeah, he said I couldn't get it back. Yeah, posthuma. Whatever. That one.
Whatever that word is, yeah.
Pastuma.
Yeah.
Oh,
Posthumous.
Pass to me. I don't know.
Sounds like something you get after you burst a boil. Posthumous.
Yeah, it seems to you guys, you don't need an idea roll to be able to figure out that if the Lyore wanted the amulet, that these guys are most likely hanging out at caverns, like cultists do. They would have searched them because they live in this area, so it's probably not there.
Sounds like he never made it to the caverns to deliver the amulet.
Right, and they don't know where his house is, presumably, or if they do know where it is, they can't get to it.
Sounds like we've got to find this house where he hid this amulet. Maybe we could go back to the library and look for this Archangeli fellow. What traces of him?
The thing is,
Although he said he gave him the slip and hid an amulet, so technically it could be theoretically anywhere.
yeah, could literally be anywhere.
But we know it's in this city at least. Time to get my detective skills on.
Well, it says he was going to make his way to the caverns of Posthuma, and then it says after that, he says, I can't recover the amulet, which means it makes it sound like he got it there, but then he can't get back to get it. It's like he gave him the slip, placed it somewhere, and then he said he couldn't. He already had it in his possession, so it'd be odd to say I can't recover it. I mean,
yeah. Well, he said he hid it.
He hid it because he was being followed, so he couldn't recover it.
He can't recover the amulet without his notice because Archangeli is that fellow is following him.
Is there?
For some reason, Pat has Polynesian music playing in the background. It's very difficult to concentrate.
Is there anywhere in the diary that he mentions maybe a family?
Oh, maybe we could go back and see where he's staying, like the house he was at.
Yeah, maybe he's staying, or perhaps a family that he would go, or a place where he would like solitude or something like that.
So it won't be after this point; it'd be before this point in the book.
Yes. The problem is it could be any time during that.
Oh, between. Okay, let me look at the beginning.
So, he did speak with the thing, so the creature. So it could be that he.
Oh, but he arrived on June 1st, and he hid it on June 5th or 6th.
6th.
No, 6th. So between June 2nd and June 6th is when he hid it. That's when he hid it. So there won't be anything in the diary about where he hid it.
No, but there could be a familiar location that he constantly frequents during the diary.
It would have been between June 2nd because he wasn't in this town before June 2nd.
Yes. Where the hell would he have hid it?
He's a part of the cult, which we can dream talk to. That's another thing.
No, is he a part of the cult, or is
not him? The Archangeli guy.
Part of that cult.
Well,
he's part of another thing where they were going to deliver the amulet to another.
It's probably the same cult, but we don't know for certain. So maybe It sounds like they're both looking for the same thing, though, the amulet. And if they haven't been able to find it, I don't think they'd have any information in it. Although they sounded fairly confident that apparently we knew where to find it.
Right. And there's no guarantee that if we go back to sleep, we would talk to the same person. That it could be any of the.
Well,
Sure.
yes, and he wouldn't.
It's
know
also
where-
possible that you could seek out individuals as well.
Oh, okay.
It's possible as well if you believe that Johann was a member of the Lyore, that you
I
could try
don't
and
think he
contact
was.
him or this
He's
Archangeli.
got the same arm thing though.
I don't think Johann was part of the logo. Logo?
Lyore, yeah.
Loigo.
Oh,
I don't think
hold
he is
on.
because I think the
Could-
native was part of the Loigo.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
could we at least ask him where this journal originated, like what house it was found in?
Ask who?
The
The
Mr.
Antoni
Gatekeeper-
Timona.
Antoni Timona.
Oh, yes.
because we haven't walked very far because I've been reading and walking, so we would be going at a very slow
slow
pace.
pace.
Didn't he buy it? Didn't he buy it from from
We-
someone?
Chap called
We
Andrea.
know that it came from the Andrea family. Could we find where their old house was? Could be in there.
We were originally were gonna go to the library to search up their name to see if that gave us any leads, and then we went straight to here to
Aye.
get the books. We haven't gone back to the library to get
We
any
could
more
look up
information.
their name, or
Go-
or that Arcangeli fella, and see if there's any locations on where his house is, or was.
We get to attempt both. What time of day is it by now?
Yeah, that's
3 p.m. You got time.
okay.
So do you want to go back to the library, or do you, while we're right here,
He-
go ahead and go talk to him?
There is one thing we have missed. On the 5th of June, he did speak with the thing.
Yeah, I
That
said that as
thing.
well.
Yeah.
And then
before
he
it-
got sick. It sounded like it was very viral. Maybe he got some sort of.
I think he's sick because he had to go talk to the creature. Like, I'm
Aye.
sick that I had to do this kind of thing.
So we could speak to the thing?
We don't know what the ritual, though.
No, but we.
Maybe it's in the book,
It might be somewhere in the diary.
in the diary.
You've only checked out Johann's page on the medallion.
Then again, he did
I
get-
guess we should search through a little bit more of this diary.
Okay.
Yes, let's go home, have some tea.
A whiskey.
An Irish tea. And
God bless Evelyn.
I'm gonna try again when we get to the hotel because, like I said, I'm walking and reading, so like maybe
that's
that's
a
why.
negative anyway, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
so
that's like-
Maybe because I'm doing that is why all these rolls are terrible. I'm just gonna wait until we get back to the place. Okay.
Yeah, let's head back to the hotel.
I think my internet is killing itself right now. It just went really
No.
fucking weird. Ooh, hopefully you guys in stream didn't hear that. That was awful, sorry. My computer is already fucking up itself right now. If
Yeah,
I...
seems like
Yeah.
weird.
Wait, it should be clearing up now. I'll lower the quality for a moment, see if that fixes it. That's odd. If things die, then I'm sorry, we'll be back up a couple minutes after they do. Yeah, okay, so you want to head to the library, yeah?
No, we're
Oh,
going
sorry, back to
hotel.
Anthony Timoni, yeah.
To read.
No,
No,
We're going to the hotel.
Oh, hotel,
to read
okay.
the diary.
Back to the hotel. Alright. You're back at the hotel.
Aye.
Gonna try again. What is wrong with me?
If I could
Wow.
read Italian, I'd try to help you, but I can't.
Let me do this.
I crit failed as a librarian.
So, like,
The book just explodes in my hands. It's just gone. It's a puff of smoke. Somebody take the book. I don't want it. You're gonna have
Never
a
mind.
I would have looked for that. No problem.
it's all in Italian.
Yeah, that was a terrible roll. The worst
You,
possible.
Evelyn, you take a break. Rest your eyes from reading books. Maybe you've been thinking, I'll have a look. You grab yourself a nice cup of tea and have a rest, and you can come back fresh eyes a bit later, okay?
Should take a nap.
Taking
I'll
a
try and have
nap.
a look. No, I don't see anything. I just...
All right. I don't speak Italian, but I'm going to look for pictures. I find all
You
the
find all the pictures in the world.
Every
Every picture.
like anything, any of the fancy. Like I have Evelyn point out words. I'm like, all right, we're looking for these. Anjali.
Andale,
Andale.
Lindy Nancy just does like a total ending of the Highlander. I am everything. I know everything.
Or the indie for I want to know everything, and then her mind explodes. Yeah. So what you know, looking up the this Yeti creature, Ifaqua, any spells and the like. Yeah, I think it's the save the internet thing is kind of my Twitch name maybe. You will find a spell to contact this creature.
Great.
Contact Ifaqua.
Awesome.
Ifaqua. There's some timpani play whenever you say that. Say Ifaqua. Yeah, it's real nice. Some jungle music in the background.
I just picture the drums from Jumanji.
I can arrange that jungle music.
Yeah, I bet you can.
Well, I think I found something, guys. It looks
Brilliant.
like a spell
Oh, another one.
to contact the creature. I think, based on the picture here.
Oh. Now, before we do this, do we even want to contact this creature?
We've got to find the bloody medallion.
Do we have to? Well, yes, we
I
do.
mean,
We do have to find it.
It is a lead. We don't have to do it
Or-
right now.
Maybe we're lucky and the simulacrum's in that safe. I listened real hard and I think I got the combination.
Ifaqua shows up and he's just like playing his timpani. Hey man! Ifaqua!
So
Everybody loves Ifaqua!
We don't need to do it right now, maybe.
Hey!
It is
Maybe.
something that we can do at some point now that we know how to do it.
It doesn't require a sacrifice or something, does it?
It doesn't mention sacrifice.
Oh, thank God for that.
How does the ritual go? Like, how do we summon?
It goes Ifaqua. No. It
You look in the mirror and you say Ifaqua 3 times.
I barely say his name one time.
Ifaqua.
Yeah, it's a similar process to contact Lyore. It's just, most likely more dangerous.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Because you're talking to a Yeti.
Yeah.
You need to do the Yeti speak. Is there like a creature?
Hey.
one?
I gotta talk like furries.
Yeah, he shows up. It's showtime.
Okay, so what? We rest before doing this? I mean, I'd rather not do it, but I don't know where
You
else.
do it before you go to sleep. So we have. I'm sorry. We have slept today. So I mean, like, that's really happened. So, I mean, if you want to sleep to go to it, you don't really need the rest.
Well, it's quite late in the day, right? Because we've been at the library and everything, right?
It's like,
By this time, it could be 6 p.m., 7
yeah,
p.m.
because
You
we
could
all
take a
tried
nap.
to look through that book before Nancy was like, oh, look here.
Yeah.
I found picture, yes.
Oh, look, I found a picture, guys. It's the little Yeti.
Okay, so if we're doing this, we need to have someone who's going to actually do it.
I did it last time. And I don't think that you should put the royal librarian in front of a Yeti.
No, I don't
Oh,
think
no.
that's a good plan.
So I think we send Pat again.
I think we send Pat again.
Here's
Send
what
him in.
Pat would say. Absolutely, I'm your guy. Here's what Greg would say. You are all assholes. Every time.
You do have the split personality, so technically
Yeah.
you can't say both of those.
I just did.
I just did.
I'm so confused.
I'm gonna do it, but fuck you guys.
Yeah. I mean, you did so well last time.
You know, you guys are absolutely
Well,
thunderfucked if Pat goes down.
Do you want to
really
send me
are.
then? Do you want to send me and then like this whole
No,
thing?
wait.
Will has
Evelyn.
mentioned that we can send multiple people.
Yeah.
I have no problem sending Pat. Pat's awful when it comes to like talking and persuading things to do
That is
things. So my point is, I will go as muscle, no problem. But when you're taking Pat out of his wheelhouse when you're asking him to like make bargains with a dark entity. I mean, that's
I
a
don't
big.
have a high persuade,
I
so
think I have the highest persuade.
I think you do actually.
Yes.
Oh no, I don't know. My persuade's 50.
I have 60.
Oh, there you go.
I got 20.
My fast talk is 30.
Parking seal says senpai is short for send pat.
What have Berto and Hans been doing today?
They're staying in your hotel at the moment.
Oh,
The three of
okay.
them, Felicia,
Oh, Felicia, I forgot.
and Hans, and
Maybe I was trying to block her out.
Berto. Yeah, Berto says we can go to Berto's train and fix her up, or Berto can go with Hans.
Yeah, you two go off and fix it up. So we might need a quick getaway.
And lady, you come too. And Felicia, they're off to Berto's like workshop, basically.
They're off to fix the train.
Yeah.
That was
The wonderful
convenient.
train out of here.
So there goes all three of our fodder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go probably died the train. Hey, at least I got lessons, guys. No, yeah.
So Nancy and
Wait,
Pat, or Evelyn and Pat.
I'm gonna
Or-
ask Berto on his way out what identifying marks his train has, like, so we can find him later.
I will give you address to workshop
Thank you much.
and
That'd be
Berto's
great.
house.
Okay.
Oh my.
And phone number.
But Berto does not have a phone.
And train length.
Yeah. Aren't those train curves a little to the left?
I wear my train to the left. I like my ladies like I like my trains. And then he walks out without explaining. Greasy. Poor Berto. Poor Berto.
Beautiful.
I just picture
Man
Berto and
knows what he
Hans
wants.
getting into an argument, and Felicia's like, "Just stop it! We have bigger problems right now."
Okay, so they're off. Who's going in?
I guess I could go with Pot if you like.
All right. So-
I guess.
So Pat and Nancy together?
I guess. If you,
I mean,
That's a good
technically
idea.
the whole party can go.
You could all go.
Yeah, technically. Yeah, technically we can all go.
yeah, I'd rather not Evelyn go in. She's had a rough time recently.
Evelyn, keep watching
All these
for our
roles.
yes.
vulnerable bodies while we.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
is there,
So-
is there, I mean,
and if
should
you-
I be any use in there?
I mean, there's enough laudanum for the three of you. You'd be out of laudanum if you wanted to.
Oh, wait. I have to take laudanum?
Yeah, because it's a sanity. You lose 3
Or you
sanity
can
to go
lose
into the
sanity.
dream.
Oh, I'm not taking that. I've seen the effects on the last turn. Yeah.
Jesus
He's not
Christ,
touching
come
that.
on.
What's a touch of
Look,
laudanum?
I heard that goes great with whiskey.
Pat looks at Harvey and goes, "What could be wrong, man? I've been taking it.
It's just like strychnine.
I'm fine."
And actually, he's probably going to look at Nancy and kind of give him a questioning look about her taking it, if she takes it.
I mean, I took it and I was fine.
I probably should.
But I've only
take it
taken one.
So I don't get upset
As you
with
start
insanity.
twitching.
I'm so close to permanent.
Maybe that's why my rolls are so bad.
You're craving it.
When Nancy take, I mean, I don't want a permanent insanity, so I guess she'll take the laudanum because I lost 9. Then I got back 3, but I can only lose a
The
little
look
bit.
of disappointment on Harvey's face.
Maybe just a little bit in the whiskey. Just,
This little drop.
just book.
Okay, so Pat and Nancy are going in to meet Ifaqua.
Is
Cool.
Harvey coming too? No.
Oh, just not taking laudanum.
I'm not
Alright.
taking laudanum now.
He's got principles, damn it.
Because we know we'll lose 3 sanity with the regular one. This time it's like the big one, and I don't want to. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You don't necessarily want to do that. Okay, so yeah, before you guys go to sleep, you take some laudanum, and Pat
And
will
whiskey.
and whiskey, yes, of course, and Pat will chant the spell, and the rest of you guys are asleep or standing watching these guys, I guess, whilst Pat and Nancy fall asleep. You wake up in what feels like you're actually waking up, but you can tell that you're
kind of similar to being in Dreamless Sand, right? Where the kind of
Which I've never been.
yeah, you've never been. So this everything in this world seems kind of warped and dark. There are the walls aren't the same angles that they were before. They like bend and twist in dizzying and maddening angles, which don't make any sense for the actual structure of the building that you're in. You look at Pat. He looks fairly normal.
This place looks right fucked up.
And
Get used to it.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
you all begin to hear a low, well, the two of you begin to hear a low kind of rumbling wind, which is coming in through the window, and you can tell that something is coming, as
Oh, great.
you have asked it to, or summoned it to, I suppose. And what kind of comes through the wall is incredibly large. You might have been expecting a kind of traditional sort of Yeti sort of figure, big, burly, hairy kind of thing, but it's not really what you're seeing. It's similar to the image on the medallion. It's a man with two heads, essentially. One seems to be kind of crawling and coming out from his shoulder. And a long wispy beard, like a real kind of explorer's beard that comes down to beyond his very thin and elongated chest. Also, the arms are far too large for the body, so it's similar to how an ape has incredibly long arms compared to like a torso. So it almost looks kind of apish in that respect. It does seem to be indeed aping the figure of man, because this thing clearly is not human. It brings with it a howling wind, and the room around you freezes over. It does have eyes and a mouth, although you're not sure that can open and speak real words, because it has real jaws filled with teeth. Normally this would require you to roll a sanity check, but seeing as you're dosed up on laudanum, you won't have to. But the amount of laudanum that you've taken, of course, is going to have quite some effects on the mind itself. So the group of you look at this creature, and where usually you would maybe driven to the point of looking at it and just turning the gun on your own head and pulling the trigger, instead you can look at it. And whilst it makes your eyes crawl with riddling horror, it's bearable. It looks at you.
Will, does this have any kind of passing resemblance to the creatures we fought on the train with the elongated arms and the ice talons?
It does, yeah. The elongated arms are the kind of giveaway point there.
Great. I hope he doesn't recognize us. Hello. Avar.
It doesn't respond.
I guess I'll just make it brief. Do you happen to know where the medallion is?
The creature kind of takes a step towards you, Nancy.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of tilts its two heads to look at you. It doesn't seem to be able to understand you.
Oh, great. We can't speak Italian. Oh, medallion. Circle on the chain around the neck. Okay, maybe I shouldn't put things around the neck. Can I find is there snow on the ground kind of thing?
Yeah.
Can I draw the medallion?
Sure.
Can I say it in Spanish? That's a Romance language based off of Latin, correct?
Sure, there might be some similarities. The creature kind of tilts its head towards you. It says, it opens its mouth, and you think it's about to speak, but instead you hear a voice inside your head.
Oh, of course.
And the voice isn't. There's no actual volume coming out from this thing's voice box or its throat. It's just directly inside of your brain. It's cold in here. Your brains.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, it ain't warm.
I do not know where the medallion is.
Okay.
If I did, I would have it, because it's mine.
Oh,
And was stolen from me.
we're trying to find it. If you can understand me, if not, Pat, you could translate that. That'd be great.
I understand you perfectly, mortal.
Oh, great, cool, awesome. Do you know where at least we're trying to find it for your friends down there, and you of course. And would you happen to know where Mr. Winkleman was staying when he misplaced the amulet? We need a place to start looking.
You mistaken me for someone. Someone of whom you can ask questions freely.
Oh, yeah, definitely, probably, yeah. Hey.
Would seem as
We
though you
have.
have.
We are servants. We are looking to serve. And any leads that you can glean to give us will direct us in the appropriate path.
You have already approached one of my followers, Christian.
We have. But like you and your followers, we too are at an impasse. But unlike you and your followers, we do not have the centuries of information at your disposal. Perhaps if we share some of these things, we can reach an understanding that the two separate parties could not.
It is true that my people have searched for centuries for the medallion, and they will not be able to find it, for, as prophesied, those from outside our sect will bring it to us. They were surprised that you do not know where it was, or is. But the prophecies say that you do. But, for my information, there is a price. Now, we can settle on a price that seems reasonable to you all. There are lots of things that I want. Now, you might be thinking I want human souls, or blood, or sacrifice. Most all of these things are useful. They are small, trifling things. I will have the medallion. Yes. In return, I will give you a piece of Lyore simulacrum. But I also want security for my people. I want my followers to survive. For without them, what are we? I want Macreat's men gone. I want the skinless ones out of my city. I want you to stop them. And I will show you where Winkleman was after you end Lem.
My friend, we are of like mind.
Indeed. It would seem as though we are, for now. They have a base of operations in one of their desecrated temples. That is from where Macreat is working. Well,
The Roman temple.
no.
Oh.
It is one of their Arabic temples. The name... I'm not familiar with what your people call them, for we only have my sanctums in the caverns, but an Arabic temple or church which has been desecrated by Macreats from once they followed your god. They work from there. There are several of them. I believe that they are armed with your weapons that will pierce the flesh. You will go there and kill them. And then I will tell you where Winkleman was, and where I suspect you will be able to find the medallion for me.
All right. If we're going to do this, it's obviously something you can't do yourself. But not being able to do something doesn't mean that you can't get the tools to do the job.
Correct.
You tell your people. You go through this city and bring me every goddamn gun they can find.
Yes, guns kill men. These days, I can see to that. For I am one who cares for my people. I do not wish their blood to be spilled.
And also, anything, you are a being of power far greater than myself.
True.
So if I speak of knowledge on the surface of your brain, I apologize. But there is a way to kill people of which have grafted and blessed themselves with flesh. And I take off my hat.
But
And I say, do you guys have any ways of doing this? Maybe ways I don't know about.
Yes,
Any ways to you do?
my
I
people.
need to know them.
My people will arm you with this knowledge, with these weapons.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
The Crusaders have come a long way since last we encountered your kind. It is good to see that you are more forward-thinking than your predecessors.
Crusader, I like that.
Very well. So, you will see to Macreat's men in my city, and I will see to it that you will find the medallion. This is a good deal.
It don't get much better.
When I came to your planet centuries, aeons ago, never thought it possible that I would be speaking so candidly with a human.
Time plays tricks on us all, my friend.
surprise.
See to it that Macreat is not successful. There are many of us, not just humans, who wish this planet to survive.
I got a date with Macreat. I intend to keep it.
The Ifaqua nods its both of its heads and dissipates. And you guys wake up.
That was terrible. I'm never doing that again. Why was I even there?
In case. You were there in case.
It was in case, but I was like, that was so...
You didn't know it was going to happen?
No.
I hand Nancy her whiskey.
Oh, good.
She's going to need it.
Listen, I didn't know he was going to talk to me. I'm just so goddamn charismatic.
There was no persuading to be done there. He was just like, are you asking me questions? I was like, no, sir.
I'm not
It
asking
was
you
a dick
anything.
swinging contest. How was I supposed to know?
It always
So,
is.
It's okay. I'll take care of the train drivers who take care of the train.
Wow.
So do you know where the medallion is?
No. We
Uh,
have to
Wasn't
news
that
is
the point?
we will.
Yeah,
Bad
we
news
will.
is we've got to kill an army of Macreat's men. Additional good news is we should be getting guns and bullets. Additional bad news is they're probably armed just as well.
Wait. You went in.
Wait, Harvey, hold on a second. This shouldn't be a surprise to you at all. You sent us, me and Nancy, to do a job that required a deal. This is what you get.
But the deal doesn't give us the medallion.
Arm up.
That
grab
leads
your
us
cock,
to it, I guess.
go.
Does this deal lead us
it's
to the medallion?
I'm
It's
just
a
gonna
roundabout way. We're taking the scenic route, Harv.
grab a drink. You guys discuss.
We're taking
Wait,
the
wait,
scenic
wait.
route to
So
it.
what are we getting from this
What?
deal? So what are we
Uh,
actually getting?
Well, he wouldn't tell us straight up where the medallion was because that was like extra information. It's like one of those paper plans, where you got to, tick for tat. So it was like, oh, you need to kill all of Macreat's men, and we was like, ah, and Ifaqua was like, ah, and so then he was like, all right, and
So wait. So you basically just signed us up to be hitmen for this thing with
Sounds
nothing.
like it.
however, Pat said we needed every gun and bullet in this town, so they should be arriving here at the hotels.
Okay, so basically you just got us guns out of this whole thing.
bunch. Oh, and a means of protection, which I don't think we're going to be very happy with, but you know, it's better than nothing.
Harvey, I am deeply offended that we have gotten you guns and the ability to find the medallion, and I am met with this terrible attitude.
Wait.
You should have seen the thing we
how-
were talking to. It was this, and I pick up the book and point. It was freaky as fuck. It was terrifying. Like, I'm going to need bottles of whiskey for days.
It's a really good thing you took that out.
I would have lost me marbles had it not been for that.
Wait,
If we had taken Evelyn, she'd be playing in her own shit right now. I mean, it's
Why you didn't take her? So wait. So how does this lead us towards the medallion? Because he didn't say he knew where the medallion was.
He said he.
we kill the guys. He tells us where he thinks the last known place is. The
Where he
prophecy.
thinks.
Now, hold on a second. I'm just trying to. My brain hurts. I'm just trying to tell
You
you.
didn't
that-
see what we saw, Harvey.
Right. Now, once we kill Macriat's men, he's going to lead us on the trail where the last place is to look. Now, his people have a prophecy that non-believers, non-cult members will bring them the medallion. That has to be us.
We're not
guess.
in their cult.
My head
so
hurts.
he's going to take us to the last, like the place of where Mr. What's his face, Mr. Winkledick or whatever his name was.
Winkledick.
Winkledick. Exactly what his name is.
Wait. You guys said we're not in it, but it seems like he's just hired you to kill the Turks. So technically, aren't you part of it now?
And it's not even like a
It's more of
guarantee
it's more of
either.
a deal.
Yes. Essentially, he could just be completely bullshitting you.
So we can help
kill
him.
these people.
Well, you know what? He was fucking scary.
I'm sure.
wasn't going to say no.
Harv, in Nancy and I's defense, he doesn't really seem like a straight up bullshitter. He seems like somebody that's just going to kill you. And then the next guy, he's going to say, do what I say, or I'm going to make you into the first guy. He doesn't subtlety doesn't seem to be his.
He wasn't very subtle. And aside from that fact, Harvey, Evelyn, medallion. And so he is going to get us as accurate information as he can because he's been waiting for this thing for centuries.
Okay, so this is the
Yep.
plan.
He also said he didn't want to destroy the earth.
Oh, well, that's a
That's a
positive.
huge,
That's
goddamn plus in my opinion.
okay, so this is how we're going to do it, right? He's going to bring us guns. We're going to go attack the Turks
Aye.
in hope. And then once we've killed those Turks, I don't know how we're going to kill these Turks, but we're going to kill them.
With the guns and the bullets.
And then we don't know how many there are, so they could have an entire freaking army in there. Then he's going to maybe tell us where this medallion is.
He's
Don't
going
you
to.
think-
No, he's going to tell us where
Where-
they last looked.
The last look.
So it could be a dead end no matter what. Like,
Don't
he
you
could
think
lead
he-
us there.
Don't you think he would have told his followers where the last place was?
Well, they couldn't retrieve it.
They couldn't find it. Obviously,
Yeah.
they need the world's best detectives.
So why are we going there if
Well, no, you know how like in the notes it says that like he could retrieve it, and then like no one else can retrieve it. Like the followers couldn't get it either, so maybe they just
Mr. Winkledick or whatever.
Winkleman. He has a name, Nancy.
I couldn't find it. in
He
my
had a life, damn it.
And so, you know, he hid it from his followers. Maybe he did some sort of enchantment to hide it specifically from this
that
cult.
is possible?
And we're not in that cult, so we can find it. Because I am the finest detective and
This
private
is-
investigator in all of Europe.
This has kind of been a world of magic lately. So I mean, there's nothing stopping it from being. What if it's in the phases, and that's why they couldn't find it?
It's very
I-
possible.
That's
Yeah.
true. We
Maybe
still know
that's
where
why-
his house is.
I'm-
Look.
My main worry is that you agreed for us to attack the Turks, who we have no idea how many there are. We have
They
no
were going
idea
to
how
attack
well
us
armed they are, and you know, we're not all soldiers here. You know, we're not all fighters.
Are you looking at me? Are you
No, I'm looking at me as
Harvey?
well. I'm not really much of a fighter, to be honest.
I'm a
I
lover,
don't
not a
want to go
fighter.
around and kill random people. I mean, in
They're
self-defense,
not
that's
random
one
people.
thing, but
They're
you're-
Turks that are trying to kill us anyway.
But they have, but you know,
Hey, Harv.
Essentially, he's asking us to commit murder.
Harv, hold on a second.
Like we haven't done
You don't have to be a soldier or a fighter to kill a whole bunch of people. They don't know we're coming. That's the #1 thing of warfare, man. They have no idea that we're going to do what we're going to do.
and we know what their hideout is.
And the second thing is, I want you to go in the mirror. I want you to look at your eyes and your tongue. Them Turks cut that out of your goddamn head. Let's get a little payback here, Holmes.
It's like...
This is so
This is the first time that I've ever wanted to end an episode early. Just make it stop right here, because I don't want to
Make it stop. Make it stop.
It's not so much the fact that we have to kill them, it's the fact that we don't know what we're going up against.
Well, I've got a good idea.
Concerned about our safety.
I've been meaning to bring this up with you guys anyway.
Do you have money? Do you want to pay them back?
We know that graft flesh spell.
Yes.
We can graft flesh and make ourselves stronger than what we are.
I don't have the sanity to.
I'm still high on laudanum, honey. You get me the flesh, I'll graft it.
Yeah, I don't think we should actually be quite listening to your suggestions, Pat, considering you're high on that stuff.
Fuck you.
Headbutts a wall.
My favorite part about this is that we're in a hotel room and like Nancy and Pat are like in bed and then like sit up and have this conversation. and Harvey and I are just like in chairs just talking.
My favorite part about this is I just yelled "fuck you" on the porch of a Disney resort. People turned and looked at me. It's all right.
Susie, there's children.
sorry. Let's talk about murder. It's fine.
Just call it Cthulhu.
It's just called a Cthulhu. I'm sorry.
I'm a big deal on the internet.
Yes, you're not going anywhere near me nor Nancy with that knife to carve flesh onto us.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think that's.
No. I think
If
that's
we were them, maybe, but we're not them. So.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
I have grafted teeth, so I can just go smile at them.
Just bite them to death. Just.
Do they know the location of these Turks?
They're at their temple.
Do we know
Where's
the
their temple?
All the Arabic temples in the area.
I mean, like, there won't be many in Trieste, so you'd have to look for, a desecrated, like, mosque or,
and
church.
We're just gonna go into the first one we see and start shooting.
Yes, and how are we going to know that these are the Turks we have to kill rather than innocent?
It's desecrated.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's a bit easier to find, I think. I suppose we go to the nearest Arabic temple that doesn't look temple-y, I guess, or looks a bit
Or
corrupt.
looks too temple-y.
Yes, all that, and I suppose we kill everyone inside. Is that the plan? I have to say it's a pretty poor plan.
We might need that tray. For a couple of days.
Can we make a homemade bomb and just blow
I was
up?
thinking, can we just make a bullet shrapnel bomb, just chuck it in the window, and have it just kill everybody?
I mean, we were gonna burn down the one place. We burned down the asylum, and they were gonna burn down something else. I think at one point. So I mean, nothing's stopping us from being arsonists. So
Nothing's stopping. We'll just barricade the doors and windows first.
I'm slightly concerned how easy
I think we
you
need
are to
holy
just
fire.
potentially hurt innocents. That concerns me quite severely.
they aren't innocents if they're the Turkish people that are working for Makriat, though.
But
If
the
we can
point-
confirm that the people that are inside one of these specific abandoned mosques, or whatever, I'm more comfortable doing that because these people have been fucking up our lives the last couple of months. So I mean, if we can confirm that, then yes, I'm okay with us burning a building down and shooting people up. Like that's cool, whatever,
Yes.
Harv, here's what we'll do. We'll go to the mosque will click through the phases, and the moss that looks like it's
Oh,
got some type of additional problems with it.
maybe not click through the phases first, but if we can't figure out which one it is, then we do that.
Sure,
Okay
we
with
can
clicking
guarantee
through
it.
phases.
Mm-hmm. It's probably be the one with the tentacles.
We hope it's that easy.
I do know a bit of Turkish, so I mean, I could just go.
God. You worship horrible tentacly God. Okay.
I could
Next.
go like
Incredibly
ask, like,
racist.
hey,
A little survey says tentacles.
Just-
Check yes or no.
Just walk
knock
into a
on the
mosque.
door. Hello, sir. I'm here to talk about our Lord and Savior Cthulhu. Do you-
Ah, come in, come in.
Oh, we found it, guys.
There he is. Oh man.
I think this
He's
is
like,
very-
finally the leaflets are paid off. Yeah.
Oh, I think this is a god awful plan.
This isn't the worst plan
This is
ever.
no
We're
matter
about
no
to
matter
roll.
what our plan is, it's gonna be terrible. If
Well, I
we're-
mean, we haven't really thought about any others, like explored
Then-
it.
Harvey, help us. Help us think of a better plan.
It's all of these are the things I have been put up.
Okay, perhaps there are notes in the library of this person. I mean, we can.
Already looked.
Everything
of,
leads
you know,
back to the
Johann
library.
Winkelmann, of his exploits at the time around this area. I mean, we only have to explore those certain days that he was here. Perhaps we could explore more of the places he visited, the buildings, or perhaps there
Only
was,
name
like,
we found with his name on it was the museum reference, and it was
maybe
just
we should explore the museum a bit more.
I mean, we really didn't. We kind of looked and glanced and stuff. So maybe we could go back, look at the engravings and stuff a little bit better.
Yes. My point is, maybe we should not just immediately go straight to try and kill all the Turks.
Did they give you a time by for when
no,
you were
we
supposed
do
to?
have to wait for the guns to come in first.
Christians never. Redundant. Maybe. Not even once.
So, what do we want to do today, guys?
What are you guys want to do today? Murder all the Turks or go to a museum?
We have to wait for the guns, like Nancy said. Do we want to return to the museum and see if there's any more information we can dig up? Or we can go to the library and see if there's any more books we can read about.
It's like evening time right now, right? Like
Sure.
evening nighttime.
Yeah, 7, 8 p.m.
It'd have to be in the morning most likely, because everything's
Yes.
probably gonna be closed.
How many days are we here for, technically? Or well, no,
However
we're not
many
getting
you
them
don't-
out next
As many as we want now.
Yeah.
Using on the Berto train.
the Berto train. Okay, so I guess in the morning, where do y'all want to go?
I mean, I want to check out that museum again. We only had a glance at it. There could be other things there. We could also check out the library again, see if there's any more information that we could find. I'm just saying, I just want us to hold the brakes on and not just go guns blazing into a dangerous situation which is going to get us killed. That is all. That's
When
all.
have I ever done that? How
I
dare-
wonder.
I did it just the other day.
I
on
was
the
just
Maybe
train.
maybe let's go back to Venice real quick. Oh wait.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
We'll just skip this town. We don't
Listen,
need
I was
this
only about
to be
10%
locked up.
responsible for the burning of Venice.
I feel like your
swear that-
percentages change every
It's
time.
lower every time. It started off as 60, then it was 40, now it's 10.
It's always been 10.
You're,
It was not.
I have it written here differently. I have been keeping track of what.
I
Yes.
say we go to the museum first in the morning.
I agree. I agree.
All right.
Will, have my guns been delivered?
Is my Amazon order in yet?
What do I
It
get?
was Prime Day.
And the guns arrive.
It's a Sunday, you realize?
It's a droid or the. I can't think of the word. Never mind. Just gonna never
Drone.
mind.
Drone is what
Drone. I said droid. It's that little droid.
It's a
that comes
droid.
in.
Roger. Yeah.
BB-8 delivers all my guns. Thank you, BB-8.
So, yeah. Well, in fact, no. Your guns haven't arrived, but you can wait until the morning. You guys will sleep. And you want to head off to the museum first thing?
I would very much like to. Yes.
Okay, all right. You head to the museum. You're back at that place that none of us can say, the
I
museum.
do want to ask on the way before we go to the museum.
Yeah.
How's the train repair going? In case we need to get them.
You'll have to stop by Berto's along the way, which you definitely can do.
Yeah,
Alright.
left.
Yeah. So
They did go to his house. Yeah.
yeah, so Berto's got a little house and he has a workshop outside. The workshop is huge and runs onto like a private rail basically. So he's like, Berto is engineer, and he's up crack of dawn working on the machine. It has, it is a train. He wasn't lying about that much. It's got 2 carriages. So it doesn't look like a gigantic kind of thing. And the 2 others, Felicia and Hans, are working on the machine. So Berto says, it's going to take us a while to go.
Okay. I was just curious if you had an estimate on, I don't know how many days it would take, possibly.
Ooh. Hey. Couple.
Okay. Thanks. I'm going to the museum now. Have fun. Here's some whiskey.
Okay. He'll like kiss your hand as you go. And you head off to the museum. So that's very follows means we will do our viewer decision, my friends. So what do they find at the museum? Underneath this line here in chat. What do they find?
The
Just give us-
medallion.
Just
The medallion, yes.
They haven't been
find
able to
A
find it.
whole bunch of guns.
free ice cream to gain
For
all your
life.
sanity back.
Anti-Turk shields. Just,
Yeah.
Anti-Turk shields, I like that one too.
so that they can shoot at us and then we can like, pew.
Or
Can we have a bomb that just destroys all bad guys?
Or like a bomb
Did
technology.
you say bomb or bomb?
bong.
Bomb.
Oh.
Bomb. Can we have
got
something
one
that
there.
just eliminates all of our enemies? Some button. It's
It's
just like easy
Oh,
button.
God.
It's Staples button. It's just like
it's
easy
the
button.
mutually assured destruction of nuclear winter, in which we all live in to this day. So there are buttons that
okay with that.
exist. It's just
I'm okay with that.
you guys will be fine. You guys will be fine. So you
A
head.
conscience. I like that one in chat.
Oh, girl.
Hey,
Savage.
I still have my conscience.
Nancy was just a bit freaked out from the
mhm.
crazy thing that she thought was going to eat her.
I'm fucking crazy.
I'm fucking crazy. It's good that you have that, like, self-awareness that you can look at yourself and say, you know what, I'm fucking crazy.
Admit she has a problem.
yeah, that's the first step.
First
Uh,
First
yeah.
step of recovery.
very impressive. So what are you guys looking for at the museum?
I want to examine the inscriptions like on the wall, see if I can
Oh.
translate anything else, and I also want to compare it to the scroll.
Buildings in 1768. Layout of the town in that year.
All right.
We're out of the library.
You know, museums often have like the little how the town.
Yeah, sure,
Okay,
sure.
all right, I'll take that.
I was at
Hello.
a museum in DC just this weekend. I saw one of those.
I saw one.
Every 10 years, they had a little updated little model of DC. It's cool.
Okay. You guys can roll me. Fuck me. You can roll me libraries.
Okay.
I accidentally closed the straw pile, which means I have to start again.
I really needed that
Oh,
nap,
Get
guys.
that.
That's an extreme.
All you needed was a sleep. That's all it was.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
I was asleep.
Just need a nap, guys.
So that was in looking into the building. Is that correct?
What?
Who succeeded? Sorry, I'm straw
Oh.
polling.
I did.
And what exactly were you looking into?
I was looking at the engravings on the wall.
Oh, in
Right.
the Roman temple, right?
Yeah. That's what I wanted to examine further.
Okay.
And comparing it to the scrolls to see if there's any more like to that.
Roll the fuck me, yeah. Okay, yeah, you can read into that a little bit more. There's not a whole lot there, so you translate the stuff that you didn't before. It seems as though Winkleman died from some kind of cold, in the sense that not like a sneezing cold, but like he died from extreme heat deprivation. Now, you guys know that this creature is basically a creature of ice, and so likely this creature has some ability to put an illness or plague, as was mentioned before, upon you, which means that you eventually die of, like hypothermia or something. And that's how Winkleman died. However, you guys know that he hid it somewhere beforehand.
Is the sarcophagus open? Like, can I open that? Like,
it's not open, but you could try.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Can I open it?
Is it locked?
Like, is it like so much stone? Like, I can't like.
It is movable.
Oh, no. Harvey's going to stop her from doing it. No. Don't disturb the dead.
But.
No, it won't be on him. It won't be on him.
But there could be something on him.
But only bad things can happen if you look into there.
Okay. I won't.
Alright. Could be something inside. You never know. What's in the bar?
It's a Cthulhu. Hey guys.
Hey guys, how's it going, man? And Jem's leaving here. So you don't open up. That's what you find on the walls. Again, there's not too much information there about other than exactly how Winkleman most likely died. Nancy, you failed your roll, right?
Yeah, I did, but not by a lot. I'm not looking at. I'm not looking at.
And Pat, you don't want to spend luck presumably on your library use. Nah. Okay.
Do y'all want me to figure out something else? Is there something important you'll need the librarian for?
Did you want to look see if there's any buildings in the area, or you could go to the library and look for town layouts?
No, I need another nap.
Okay.
No, I need another nap. Every time Evelyn fails to do something, she just takes a nap. She's like trying to throw trash into a bin from like 10 feet away. She misses it, takes a nap. All right, so you've come to a bit of a dead end here. The sarcophagus is openable. You've translated the scriptures on the walls. You don't know the town layouts from 68. Also, it's a gigantic city, so it would take you a while, most likely, to find the Andrea house. You could ask around about that. You could wait to find more guns.
Wait to find more guns.
I want to tell Pat that the sarcophagus can be opened. I do want to tell Pat about it.
Do you want you're going to whisper that to him?
Yeah.
It can be opened, as in poking him with a stick, going, go on.
Listen, I'm not like Chunk in the Goonies, where you like give him something to break,
No,
Hey,
it's not
hey,
that.
Pat,
I
hey,
just know
Pat.
that you would back me up that there could be something of importance in there.
Oh, I'll back you up. Yeah, you want to open it? Let's open it. I mean, what the hell?
I can see Harvey, you're like, no, don't.
No, I really don't think that's a good idea. And I don't think there'll be anything in there worth it.
Oh, except the amulet.
It won't be in there.
Oh, you don't know that until we open it.
Unless the followers of this god are really that dense.
He could have hit it on himself. I mean, I don't know.
You're doing this. I'm leaving. I'll wait outside because bad things are going to happen. Mark my words.
Oh boy.
Keep in mind, this person died from the cold of this thing.
I'm with Harvey on this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it if you want, but I strongly recommend not to.
All right, Evelyn, the pussies have spoken. What do you think?
I'm gonna leave.
You're like,
I'm going
Pat
to
is still on
mistake.
Pat's still on Laudanum.
Don't poke Pat ever.
I made a mistake.
And I think I felt when it was just me and Pat in the opening of one episode, I was like, well, Pat.
Well, Pat, shit.
I want to so bad.
What? Let's open it up.
I want to know what's inside of it. Like, out of my curiosity, but at the same time, Evelyn, if like 2 of the other party members would have said no, she would have been like, okay, maybe not.
Well, Pat's got your back. Pat's.
And just
I'm
let
not going to tell you what Greg thinks at this juncture.
Haley says
Greg's on
yes,
the wall.
Evelyn says no. Like, that's where I'm at. So Evelyn would say no.
Pat thinks it's a great idea.
Evelyn's gonna grab like his arm, kind of, and we're gonna go to the library. Evelyn has changed her mind.
Hold on. I opened the sarcophagus.
I made a mistake.
The evil laugh.
So,
Now, Greg thinks this is a terrible idea.
Greg's not here. Greg's somewhere in Disney right now. Unfortunately for you guys, or perhaps fortunately, I don't know.
We don't have time for this. See you next time.
You guys, yeah, bye. So you can't stop Pat once he's got his mind on something, and so he kind of just lays into it, kind of pushes the stone from the sarcophagus off. Inside, you see a skeleton. This is clearly the skeleton of the man Johann Winkelmann, and also pouring out like dry ice from the sarcophagus is this kind of icy mist which kind of pours out and goes down onto the ground because it's quite heavy. And you guys feel yourselves being surrounded by a fierce cold, which is so fiercely cold that it almost feels hot on your skin. And you hear an eerie sound coming from within the sarcophagus, and a voice. Oh, who's there? And that is where we're going to be wrapping up tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express.
I may have helped.
I may have helped.
So we didn't kill all those Turks, but
That's
I found the guy who
Evelyn
did
may
it.
have helped.
that's such a great thing for this campaign. At the end of an episode to say, I might have helped. I may have done some good in the world. We'll see. We'll have to find out next time, unfortunately, because time is short, my friends. Time is short. But that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for following. And everybody who's pledging the Kickstarter. I would normally be streaming for another 3 hours. Unfortunately, both Miss Lee and Sid can't make it today. So myself, Ben, and Gareth are going to take the evening off, and I'm going to be doing some writing for my Call of Cthulhu module. That should be out in a couple of weeks' time. So I'll still be working on stuff, don't worry. There'll be plenty of terrible things happening in the background. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up a little bit early today, so sorry for that, guys. But let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find one another online? Let's start with Pat. Greg. Forget the difference sometimes. What's reality? What's game, you know?
Right. I'm sorry, a monorail is going past again. Yeah, I had a blast, obviously. I took time out of my Disney thing to come play Call of Cthulhu with you guys. I love this place. I love playing with you guys. I've always said it, and I mean it. This game is where it's at. I have so much fun playing this. The people in chat are amazing. Everything about this game is amazing, and I love it. And that is why right now, Gripjack 502. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter, and you can also find me a week from Monday from 4 to 7, one encounter role play, playing in Journey into Middle-earth, where I play Rally Rushlight. But I'm here for these guys because this is where it's at. I love it. Have a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Lindy.
well, that was interesting. I'm gonna no Scottish accent. I am Lindy. Yeah, that was crazy. Nancy is a bit losing her marbles after seeing that. But she's happy to be in a place where we can get more whiskey. We're not rationing it out. Don't know how that train's gonna go with Birdo, but we're gonna just keep chugging down that line and see how that goes. Yeah, lots of fun. Love this game. So, I look forward to and dread this game so much, like equal amounts every week. I'm like, no, we're gonna die, but yes, it's so much fun. You can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I stream Dungeons and Dragons, video games, cosplay, a little bit of everything throughout the week.
Fantastic, fantastic, and finally here, Haley.
I kind of helped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a thing. Maybe bad, maybe good. Who knows? I look forward to this game, and I've been missing a lot. And I'm really sorry about that, but it's so much fun playing, and it's always insane and intense, and just so many emotions in a matter of hours. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram as The Great Haley. I play Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays, and every other day that would be a bonus day. Yeah, we're playing The Sims right now.
Woo! Nice.
Woo!
It's like watching your minions die slowly, like it in Call of Cthulhu.
I tried to do a game where I was trying to kill everybody every possible way, and it wasn't going very well, and so I swapped to a role game, and then I almost set her on fire. So
Oh God! Wow.
That was really irritating.
Now you know how I feel. So I can kill all these people in the game, but when it comes to real life, jeez, redundant. Yourself.
Harvey's turning into the party pooper. It doesn't pay to be the most sane person in the party. Trying to keep everyone like, you know,
on track.
instead of like just going, we gotta kill some Turks. Let's go. You know, it's like, well, hang on, calm down. Calm down. We're not soldiers, you know. Otherwise, because we could have just been absolutely wiped out. So, yeah, it kind of sucks being the party pooper, because I would have loved to have gone in there. But like I said, Harvey still believes we can come back out of this. I mean, hell, he came back from having his eyes and tongue ripped out.
That is true.
So he still believes that if he survived that, then we can survive this. But yeah, it was a lot of good fun. It was a lot of good fun. But I think the friction in the relationship in the parties is slowly starting to different philosophies. I think we're all going in the right direction, but different ways of doing it, which is bringing up a little bit of friction.
Open it, open it. Don't open it, open it.
It's always good when the party gets split.
Yes. But yes, I stream on Twitch Monday to Friday and weekends as well. Normally 1:30 p.m. GMT, Monday to Friday, and whenever the hell I can on the weekends. Funny enough, I'll be starting The Evil Within tomorrow.
Ooh,
that
nice.
horror genre.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think the solution to Harvey's problem is to lose more sanity. Bastian is right, and then you'll be the same alignment.
I'm okay at the moment. I think I'll stick with my 60+ sanity.
It's impressive. I will have to work on that. But thank you guys so much. Again, we'll be wrapping up a little early tonight, but we're back for 6 hours tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for Excavation of Tavor, followed by 4 p.m. Tricks of the Trade. So that'll be fun. Like I say, I'm going to go write some more of this Call of Cthulhu module. You should see out on our website in a couple of weeks' time. If you haven't checked out the Kickstarter, that's my last plug. We're closer and closer to our next stretch goal, so check out D&D 5e and Pathfinder module. But until next time, my friends, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for sharing in the madness and watching these guys go into ever further depths of depravity in their search for the Sedefkar simulacrum. And until next time, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be alive